travel the same path, next to each other, baby. But we never really did travel together, no, no. We should have known right from the start. I keep chasing you until you melt my heart, 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 until you melt my heart. I like you like my favorite ice cream, favorite ice cream, favorite ice cream. Such a shame that you played just a game, playing just a game, playing just a game. Chasing you, I keep chasing you, 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 chasing you, I keep. I like you like my favorite ice cream, favorite ice cream, favorite ice cream. Such a shame that you playing just a game, playing just a game, playing just a game.
I need you like I need air to breathe. I need you to save me from me. I'm caught in your wave, I'm drifting away. I need you to save me. Please don't let me drown. 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 Give me all of your lies, 'cause you're my demon in disguise. I learned to love the cage you keep me in, but the walls keep closing in. And I don't wanna die, but your poison feels so right. Why do I want you when you're bad for me? My perfect storm, my beautiful catastrophe.
Tune up the 808 baseline check. They stay complacent, me, I'm a threat. Big moves only how I connect. Living it large, no need to reflect. Came from the bottom, now I'm on deck. They get stuck while I progress. Can tell where it's going, I've seen this, I know all your steps. And we over that, tell me what's next. Follow me, I'll show you what's next. 'Cause you ain't doing nothing unless you making them sweat. Unless you making them sweat. Watch yourself, 'cause we making them sweat. 'Cause you ain't doing nothing unless you making them move. Turn up the beat and blow out the fuse. We too wild for somebody to snooze. Me or you, look who they gon' choose. You know who they choose. Want it, I got it. Kick the door down, we are not knocking. You a dollar bill up in my pocket. I can't see the
good evening. Warm-ups are done and the anthem's been sung. Welcome to the home opener for the Valley Huskers as they welcome the Langley Rams to Exhibition Field. I'm Warren Andrews along with Matt Macri. Season 9 for us and the crew at For the Win Media here on BCFC TV. So glad you could join us for this Fraser Valley Clash. The visitors, the Rams, in their white uniforms, the Navy Rams horn on the helmet, Navy lettering on the jersey, yellow emblem on each shoulder pad. And have they been humming early on? They thumped the Broncos in Kamloops 72-1, then handed the Okanagan Sun their first regular season loss in 26 games. A statement. 32-25 win at McLeod Stadium last week, led by number 2 Darryl Overstreet Jr. The Upper Iowa University quarterback has been as advertised, leads the conference in passing yards and touchdowns. As for the Huskers in black and green, scarecrow logo adorning their helmets, come off the bye after dropping the first game at Starlight Stadium in Langford 27-1. However, Matt Macri, Valley defense did not allow an offensive touchdown in the first 3 quarters. Also picked off Rebels star quarterback Anthony Cancellaire 3 times, led by
Cole Shanks. Cole Shanks, number 1.
It was the offense that struggled to really get things going. They'd get drives going, and then they turned the ball over 5 times on interception. So, newcomer Quade McKinney. He was with the University of Alberta Golden Bears for the last 2 seasons. He gets his first BCFC start. He'll wear number 2 also. So, number 2 against number 2. Now, a couple familiar faces coming back to Exhibition Field. Former Huskers coming as visitors for the first time. Offensive lineman Hunter Henderson, he'll wear number 60. Jake Caverly, number 9. Nick Reimer, the defensive lineman, 48. And Coach Kai Todd Hunter, who was the OC for the Huskers, now the Rams' new head coach. He was replaced by Tyron Duval as the OC for the Valley Huskers. Lots of changes and shakeups in Husker land in the offseason, Matt.
It seems so. I mean, we've got a new OC. He was under center last year, but he's calling the plays this year, Tyron Duval. And Kai Todd Hunter, who was calling the plays last year, has moved over to the Rams. It's crazy. But we've got some new players in Husker black tonight, and I'm interested in seeing what they can do. They had a rough start. Their first game went a little rough for them, but I think they're really going to get their feet under them tonight.
Well, I tell you what, the defense against a very good West Shore Rebels team. Let's not kid ourselves. I'll get to it in the halftime because there was a wild game in Nanaimo between the Raiders and the Rebels. I don't want to spoil it yet, but it was absolutely wild. Rebels, though, are a very good team. Anthony Cancellaire from the States, a very good quarterback. Zion Brown, arguably the best receiver, although number 3 on the Langley Rams, Emmanuel Brown, may have something to say about that because he is come out guns a-blazing this year. So very good team, and the Huskers held them out of the end zone until 5.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter in Langford. So that was without a Johnny Cadogan also in the lineup. He returns tonight, so we're looking forward to seeing 29, along with Cole Shanks, who was absolutely marvelous in that last game. Looking for them to try to lock down guys like Caverly and Brown for the Rams. That's going to be a great matchup with those 4 players going head-to-head.
I think so, too. I mean, I think this has the makings of a great game.
So it will be the first start for Quade McKinney, number 2. Now, he didn't play any games for the University of Alberta Golden Bears, but talking to the coaching staff, they said he's an older guy. They love the poise that he shows. I watched his huddle film from his last year in high school. He gets out of the pocket quick, makes very decisive decisions, a couple little shovel passes here and there. So apparently he was very good at organizing the receivers, telling them this is what I want on your route. Very decisive, and they're listening. So, when you have a younger team, you need those veteran leaders, especially in a position like quarterback.
Well, and I mean, Tyron Duval was under center last year. He aged out. And then their quarterback who trained in the offseason with them decided not to play football. So
Wasn't Tyron Duval 2 years ago? It was Dorsey last year.
Was it Dorsey last year?
So Duval got a little taste of coaching last year, but he was the year before that. Struggled with a few injuries. It was marvelous when he did play. And I actually talked to him via Instagram. We were communicating back and forth, kind of getting a feel. And I said, how has the transition been? And he said, you know what, I've installed a very complex offense. It might take a few weeks for these guys to kind of grasp it, but when it clicks, it's going to be something pretty awesome to see.
Yeah.
I think one of the funnest coaching matchups we'll see is last year's OC, Kai Todd Hunter, who's got the Rams absolutely flying, against James Moore, who was the defensive coordinator last year. They know each other inside and out. Let's see what kind of wrinkles, if either of them overthink their decision knowing what they think the other guy is going to do.
And you talk about that, the first game there, how the Huskers didn't let any points in the first 3 quarters of that game. Moore's got that defense running tight, and they're making it difficult for their opponents to score. So it'll be interesting on how it happens here tonight.
And Aiden Weiser, defensive lineman, got into the stats column, got the first sack of the season for the Huskers against a very elusive quarterback in Cancellaire of the West Shore Rebels. So you kind of plan. They've had the bye week. They had 2 weeks now to plan for this game. They're tired of hitting each other in practice. They want to get out and take care of an opponent, especially when that opponent is your natural geographic rival. And a lot of guys know each other on both sides. And as soon as that whistle sounds, they're not going to like each other for the next 60 minutes.
Well, it's going to be interesting, too, here. When you look at the defense, or what was I looking at here? Or the offense, Overstreet. There we go. Get back to this. I mean, he's run for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns. Containing him is going to be an issue this evening. And that's what the defense is going to have to focus on. He can throw. He definitely can throw. I mean, Emmanuel Brown's 203 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jake Cavity, 195 yards and a score. But it's his feet that's going to get you if you let him get out of the pocket.
Well, the Huskers know that, talking to their coaching staff. They know that he is the straw that stirs the drink.
Yeah.
Granted, he put up a lot of those numbers against the Kamloops Broncos, a very, very young team with very few returnees coming back. They won 72-1 in that game in Kamloops. Piled up the yards. He played, I think, the whole game from the looks of it. So,
yeah.
But they were very impressive last week against the Okanagan Sun in the home opener for the Rams. That game felt like a playoff game watching it, and it was Overstreet Jr., the final couple of minutes on a quarterback keep, heading to the end zone, had to beat about 4 guys to get there. Took a bit of a punishment to get in, but he did it, and they end up winning the game and upsetting the Okanagan Sun, who lost
for the first time.
And they also lost their quarterback of 5 years, Liam Kruger.
Right.
Who's won back-to-back championships for them, a great game manager. Not sure what his status is. They're on a bye week this week, but if it's long-term for him or if he's hopefully nursing himself back to health. But that changes this game could change the whole landscape of the BCFC, Matt.
Yes.
By the way, if you're just tuning in, I'm Warren Andrews. He's Matt Macri for the Win Media doing the camera and setting up this big game between the Huskers and the Rams. If the Huskers can pull off the win, everybody's lost a game this year.
Yeah.
Everybody's lost a game, and tonight the 2 winless teams in the Broncos and the Kodiaks playing as we speak. And someone, unless they tie, is going to come out with their first win of the year too, though. So it could be quite muddled up right in the middle of the pack there. So, the Rams want to make a statement. They feel like they want to host the national championship this year, which of course the BCFC gets the right to do. So they've loaded up. Someone gets injured, they bring in another big name to replace them. The latest one that they brought in, they had an injury at receiver. They brought in Kalel Dizon, number 88. He's also a kick and punt returner too. And apparently quite the blazing speed. So be very interesting to see this matchup, as it will be the Rams getting set to kick this ball off. And it's Sartak Dosanjh with a little squibbler, and it was a trick play that worked. So out of the Bob Reist handbook, first play of the game, onside kick. And the Rams recover, and it will be Darrell Overstreet Jr.
A short field, too. He's on the 53-yard line in the offensive end. So here we go here.
I think that, they don't have the value replay, but he recovered it himself anyway. So something we saw a lot.
Still got to go 10 yards, and it kind of looks like, watch this here, and it kind of looks like it rubs off Oh, no, it did not. Okay. It kind of looked like it rubbed off a leg there, but no.
It's almost like Carson Turner, the kicker for the Huskers, started that. Remember last year, a number of times, went down and recovered his own kick.
Yep.
So here we go, Overstreet Jr. and company. Also watch for 22, Tyson God's Power. My goodness, he has been absolutely impressive running the rock. A 74-yarder he got in the first game, the win over the Broncos. Overstreet Jr. now with the offensive line in motion. Overstreet Jr. with the quarterback keep, and he is taken down after, I would say, gain of 7 on that run.
Well, that was an interesting play. A couple of trick plays to start things off here. And I don't know, it looks like they're going to just keep doing this until they throw something at them to stop it. But right now, the Huskers just got to get in there. As soon as that ball goes, and yeah,
Spins off the one tackle. Looks like he is just short of the first down by maybe a yard, so a gain.
Oh, no, that's going to be way short. He's back here about 2 yards back. So
Maybe 1.5 on that play.
Yeah.
Looks like the offense is going to stay on the field, though.
All right, this is fun what they're doing here.
Rams with a unique offensive format. Just the center, Riley Brisebois. I believe it's Riley, unless they've changed that up too. And Overstreet Jr. now barges ahead. He's got the first down and takes a bit of punishment, but a very big pickup there. Looks like that was a 10-yard pickup. So 3 rushes in a row for the league's leading passer, but also among the top 5 in rushing.
Yeah, Cole Shanks making the tackle there, coming up from the safety position and having to take him on. Because, the line's not having any luck here. So now they're going to slow it down here. They get into the huddle, and I think you're going to see a more traditional formation.
Look at the size of 66 on the Rams. Langdon McKenzie. That's a person and a half, I think. He should get an extra jersey number on that jersey. Overstreet Jr. now sets up into the gut. He's got 2 receivers, including Emmanuel Brown over on the right side, 3 to the left. There's a give. Tyson Godspeed slips around one tackle and still on his feet. Dodges another tackle, slippery when wet. Gets all the way down from the 33, and they'll mark him down at the 6-yard line.
7, yeah, you're right the first time. 7-yard line. That was a good run. That was a really good run. God's Power, you can't give him any room out there. 195 yards, 3 touchdowns on the season. He's just looking good. And this is a 1-2 punch out of the backfield that you got to be prepared for.
So it looks like that was a 24-yard rush for his first rush. Lots of motion again. Fakes the handoff, a little play action, and they will get that to number 81, Ryder Quintana on the rush.
Number 7 Number 7, Gavin Christensen, and number 1, Cole Shanks, cut off the end zone on him there and run him out of bounds.
So it is 1st and goal. They just pick up 1 on that play.
Nice little trick play there. And he comes swinging around to the outside here and just no room to run. Number 11 was in on that too, Aiden Weiser.
So the Rams threatening here deep inside Huskers territory. Opening drive, 12:09 remaining here after they recovered the onside kick to start the game. Big boy formation up front. Once again, 2 receivers to the boundary side, a Brown and number 88, Dizon, the man we talked about earlier in the game. Jake Caverly among the 3 on the far side. Huskers number 26, Taylor Bear, tasked with watching Brown.
Well, they got some good size a receiver on the left there. And I think they're going to try and crash down and give him a lane around the outside end to the end zone.
The Huskers, Raquan Saunders, number 99, among the front 3 or 4. Hard to tell what they're going to line up with. I think they're going to line up with almost everybody that they can up front, as the Rams have some very elusive runners. Now Overstreet Jr. Pass to the end zone, touchdown Rams, number 81, Ryder Quintana finds the end zone on the 2-yard reception. And the Rams take the early 6-0 lead.
Well, Ryder Quintana, I've been calling that name for a lot of years. He's always been a bit of a spark plug out there, and that was a great play. I thought they were going to run it to that left side. They threw it to the left side, and it was beautiful. Well executed.
So less than 3 minutes into this football game, and the visitors come out with a statement. And it looks like they're going to go for the 2-point convert, Matt.
Yeah, they're going for 2 here.
Overstreet Jr. again. Lots of receivers in motion. They'll load up the right side. There's a flag, though, thrown.
And he's out of bounds. So, yeah,
and
no.
it's out of bounds, so we'll see if
No.
who the flag was on.
I'm pretty sure it was on their slot. He cut up fast. They're talking about it here. Oh, no, it's going to be on the Huskers, and they're going to do that again.
It was Quintana. It almost looked like he got his feet inbounds, but maybe he was kind of in the air as he caught it and then landed down. So the Groundhog Day, they'll do it all over again. You get the mulligan. But early on, Overstreet Jr. Showing they want to get Quintana in on the action, although all the press has been about the likes of Caverly and Brown with the video game numbers they've been putting up early in this season.
Well, it's been crazy. And, I mean, Jake Claverley has been fabulous his whole time with the Giants and with school, and then came in here with the Huskers, and he had a year injured. He just didn't seem to get his footing. Goes over to Langley, and he's got, 195 yards on 11 receptions and a touchdown on the year so far coming into today.
Had a long reception against the Kamloops Broncos late in that game. I think that one was 50 or 60 yarders. Overstreet Jr. once again, one in the backfield, 2 receivers to the far side. They'll squeeze them ahead just a little bit with the penalty. Marcus Jones, number 8, closest to the boundary. Caverly in motion. Overstreet Jr. keeps, dodges one, gets into the end zone for the 2-point convert, and showing he took a shower in margarine.
Well, he's looking for a pass here. Here's the snap, and he's looking for a pass. Cavalry's in motion, ties up the end there, kind of breaks out a little bit, right on the goal line, but he's covered. So off he Overstreet, heads up the street, and there he goes, over the end zone line.
So he is at 20 and a half yards on 4 carries. More importantly, his team has the early 8-0 lead. And I think Langley's hoping that the Huskers have a repeat of their offensive woes in game 1. And if they can pile up the extra points, it makes it much more difficult to come back.
Well, and I like the way that Kai Todd-Hunter's thinking here. Sneaky steal the first possession of the game. They get the ball back in the second half now too, and I wonder if you're going to see the same thing here. It kind of looks like they're lining up for it.
Love all the mind games. Everybody's on edge here, and this time, no, he'll boom that down deep and takes a bounce, and it's squabble, and Langley Rams recover. They've got it again. So after the ball was bobbled by Cam Lopson, recovered by the Langley Rams, and has been a nightmare start for the Huskers here in their home opener in game number 2.
Well, that's not how you wanted to get the ball here. So it bounces, but it goes forward, and then he tries to play it off the bounce. You just got to get on that right away. He pulled up for the bounce, and it bounced the wrong way. That hurts. Here we go. Here you see the ball hits there, then comes back towards the Rams instead of to the Huskers. And just the dog pile, and it comes out the back end. Number 24, who we got there, Carson Rain, pretty much stopped a touchdown.
Once again, motion, and wide open, Quintana, busy man.
Well, Ryder Quintana has, been just a spark plug in every team he plays for. I've watched him play a lot, and here he catches the ball, makes a couple of moves, and gets a few yards after the catch. But his plays out of the backfield are excellent.
11-yard reception is Overstreet Jr. is now 3 for 3. Not a lot of yardage, but he does have the touchdown, and he stays out there with the offense, flanked by one. Huskers will show blitz. Ball bobbled up on the ball hits the turf to the gasp of the Husker faithful in attendance. Lots of Rams fans also here in a big crowd at Exhibition Field to watch this one.
I got you excited, eh? I was blew the speaker in my headphones.
Well, we watched against West Shore too as Cole Shanks hot potatoing it, and then Tut Escobar was the man that ended up coming up with the interception. So first miscue for Overstreet Jr.
That really wasn't even on him. It bounced off the receiver. He should have had that one.
Caverly in motion, takes a hit, and another one in and out of the hands of the receiver. So after Overstreet went 3 for 3 to start, 2 have slipped in and out of the fingers of receivers. And
well, the coverage by Gavin Christensen there too. He was right on top of that. And I think they're going to go for a field goal here. They got good position for it. Here they on the 16-yard line. And
it should be the kicker, Dosanjh.
Chase Thurston holding.
And this will be from the 23-yard line. There, my old eyesight kicked in at the last minute. He'll boom that up. Successful field goal. 23-yarder for Dosanjh.
Wow, and just like that, it's 11-0. There's 2 kicks in a row that they were able to recover. And I think they're coming out here. I think the Huskers probably just going to take it on the...
That might be a very wise decision after a couple of oopsies on special teams to start this game. You've got to start building a little momentum. That offense has been chomping at the bit. They haven't seen the field yet in the first 5 minutes and 1 second.
No, and you hear you got 10 minutes left in the first quarter. You got to get the ball.
So Quintana touchdown, 2-point convert, made it 8-0 Langley Rams early on after recovering the onside kick. And then the next kickoff went deep, bobbled, recovered by the Rams again, and they ended up a 23-yard field goal for Dosanjh and the visitors in front, 11-0. Still plenty of time in this football game, though, almost 50 minutes left. And here's the first possession for the quarterback. And a nice handoff. Grady Andrea rounds around the corner, and good pickup for the returning running back of the Valley Huskers.
Well, Grady can run. We know that. We've seen it happen before. And he does a really good job of getting around that edge and up the field.
We'll give him 4 yards on the carry. You could see him looking up there, but yeah, it was kind of a gang tackle by 3 Rams at the last minute. They'll bring up 2nd and 6 now for the Valley Huskers, who have Armand Sharma, number 5, but no, the Rams will not allow the new quarterback McKinney to get the pass off, as it was a sack by committee for the Rams, and Huskers will be forced, you would think, to punt this one away after a loss of 3 on that sack.
Yeah, that was a good job of just collapsing the pocket on the quarterback and not giving him any time to throw that ball. He got his hand up there to throw one, and he kind of pumped it into coverage, so he wasn't letting it go, and that just did not help.
So here we go, Carson Turner now set to kick this one off from just above his 20-yard line, and high kick that'll soar out at about the 50-yard line of the Langley Rams. A good field position, though, once again for the visitors who normally call McLeod Stadium home.
Yeah, we're looking at the 47-yard line on the defensive side. That's the first time they're starting on that side of the field. So that's got to be something.
It is a windy game here. It was overcast and raining earlier on the day. The sun is out, as you can see from the shadows that cover the expansion above the stadium here, but dry right now. Overstreet Jr. goes to work. Marcus Jones, the receiver close to the boundary. They will hand it off again. God's Power weaving his way through traffic. There is a flag.
Yeah.
And then a second one as I see a helmet down on the turf.
Yeah, there's 2 holds on that play that I saw personally on the Rams, so I think this is going to go back.
Now the Huskers will look for anything to kind of settle themselves down, get themselves back in the game. This is a very good defense for Valley. And you called it right, Matt. It is a penalty against the Rams, and the fans and their cowbells and vuvuzelas seem to enjoy that quite a bit.
He's touching his hat. I think that's too many men on the field.
Well, maybe that's why he was able to weave around so easily.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good, but when you got an extra blocker or two, it makes it just a little bit easier, doesn't it?
Yes, that's it. That's the definition of unfair advantage.
So that will push them back to the 37-yard line now. Long field. We have seen Overstreet Jr., though. He's very capable. He's got a very strong arm, although he is throwing into the wind here in this first quarter. 3 receivers this time to the near side. 2 to the far side. 1 behind him is God's Power. And now Overstreet Jr., and he's sacked. He's taken down. And the Huskers get to him quickly. Number 51 for the Huskers, Denzel Boy with the sack.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Watch here. He just beats that tackle around the outside edge with speed, cuts back inside of him, and Overstreet had no chance. Denzel Boy for the sack and really knocking him backwards.
First sack of the season for Denzel Boy.
And it's a big one.
Langley Rams second at a country mile here. Lots of pressure by the Huskers up front. God's Power nowhere to go as that front 4 again did the job, collapsed. And the Rams maybe, got a yard or 2 on that play, if that, is the Huskers defense really penetrated quickly. We'll give them a yard just to be generous.
Cordarius Beasley was able to make the tackle there on the edge. And he kind of pulled up. He's supposed to get in there hard. He saw it was a handoff, pulled up, waited for things to develop, and the runner to come to him and taking him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Second tackle on the season for Beasley, none bigger than that one. The Rams forced to punt near their own goal line. Dosanjh will line things up, and the Huskers, Lopson back to receive this, and a rolling kick, and now he's got a run, and the Huskers, they'll bring him down, and the Huskers defense once again comes to play. A huge set of downs for Valley. It's a tackle, the kicker, and they get the ball very deep inside Rams territory.
Denzel Boy in the mix again here. Bad snap. You got number 15, who is Noah Hepner in there, and then number 24, Carson Rain, making it rain.
Sure, Mom and Dad always in the stands cheering their face off. Monty.
Beautiful, beautiful sack.
So if you are Quade McKinney, you're not going to get a better opportunity here to get on the board as the Huskers defense stepped up, and now we'll see if the Huskers offense can score their first offensive touchdown of the year. And it is Dale Turcotte III at center that'll anchor this offensive line, along with the big man, number 73, Samir Mamoun. I was down there and I looked and I'm like, is that an actual human? Just as big as the man from the Langley Rams is one in the backfield.
Big number 8, Braden McDonald there.
Rams showing lots of pressure here, and Quade McKinney, did he lose the ball? Rams are signaling they've recovered it.
Yeah. Looked like a missed snap. And it'll be interesting who comes up with it here.
It looks like Quade got in there.
Second down.
So a sigh of relief. So they lost
Grady
4, I think, on that play.
Grady Andrea stepped up to block, and I think it clipped his arm as he stepped forward here. Just take another look at it. Yeah, it hit Grady Andrea.
Well, the Rams number is at 44. My goodness, Jake Johnson, he was inches away, or centimeters were in Canada, from snaring that.
Well, here you go. You got another chance.
5:26 remaining here in the first quarter. Huskers trailing 11-0 in their home opener. Coming off of the bye week. Huskers Noah Avery playing the boundary side along with number 13, Agisha Gracian Halisi. 3 receivers far side. Grady Andrea behind the quarterback, McKinney. Rams showing once again lots of pressure. Front 4, but the linebackers look like they could go at any time. Quickly now McKinney throws it over the middle. Great defensive play by the Rams. Brody Muller breaks up that passing attempt. And the Huskers are probably going to have to kick the field goal, you would think.
You think they want to try and get the points here, but watch on this play here. He drops back, and he's got a rusher right in his face. Andrea misses him. But number 4 had the arm of Braden McDonald there before the ball got there. I think that's a questionable play right there.
Well, unfortunately, in the BCFC, unlike the CFL, no instant replay. We don't have the TV.
I know.
Down
I
there.
get the replay from these excellent cameramen here. The referees don't.
Looks like a 24-yarder now for Carson Turner. Looking to get the Huskers on the board. Chip shot for the Huskers kicker. And they will get themselves into this game. Now it's 11-3.
Well, they just tripled their high score in the season. Beautiful kick. Right through the uprights.
Very confident, too. Like, it was very smooth. Nice delivery.
Yeah, really good. Nice kick.
Now, this will be the first chance for the Huskers to kick the ball off. Will we see a little tete-a-tete?
Wow, no, they're taking it on the 35.
Everyone's decided there will be no more trickery on special
We'll have
teams.
no more of that.
It's like a Monty Python skit. Huskers will line up with 4 up top.
I've had enough. I'll have no more.
Malachi Hackensan, number 55, on the outside left among that front 4.
Well, and James Moore's got this defensive line firing. They're coming in there hard. They got to pick up the run a bit better, though.
See Shanks lined up on the far side watching Cavalry. It's God's power again, and he is powered down to the turf.
As I say that, the edge rusher on the far side, number 24, Carson Rain, is able to get in there and pick up the rush. And we got number 60 for the Rams, who is Hunter Henderson, making his return here. Gone down, and he looks like he's in a lot of pain.
That's not good news because he is such an integral part of that Rams offensive line in the first 2 weeks, really holding the Okanagan Sun at bay along with Riley Brisebois and the rest of that line. And, you know, he's been itching. He was here for a couple of seasons, I believe, with the Valley Huskers. And,
Yeah.
you know, when a popular coach in Kai Todd Hunter switches, doesn't matter if it's for the rivals, and a few players are going to follow suit. They like the way that he did things, Hunter among them, and right now. But the good news is if mom and dad are watching on the screen and not at home, it doesn't look to be like in a lot of discomfort. You don't see
Yeah.
A lot of wincing of the face. That's kind of what but he's a tough customer also.
Yeah, he is. He is. Big, strong guy.
He's got the brace on the leg there already, so. And the fans appreciate Hunter and kind of walking off on his own volition.
Little hobble.
So he'll head
He's
off
got
for a
this,
little
though.
bit here. So pick up about 3 on the God's Power run. So after 24 yards on his opening run, they've held him to 4 yards the next 2 carries combined of the Valley Huskers. And James Moore up to the mind games that the Langley Rams coaching staff is playing. He'll line up 4 once again up front. Overstreet Jr. now with Caverly in motion. Wide open in the flat. Picked up by number 8, Marcus Jones, and that's a big first down there.
Well, there's how dangerous Caverly is right here. Caverly goes out on the short. 2 guys come down to him and leave number 8, Marcus Jones, wide open.
That's about a 15-yard pickup.
Yeah, that was either blown zone or bad man coverage because both of them came down onto Caverly.
Overstreet Jones Jr. will pass, give it off again to God's Power, rounding around the corner, taken down just before he could get the first down with 3.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
Godspower's got some pep in his step. Oh, and we got a penalty. And I think it's going to be a holding.
Yeah, it's against the Rams as the referee's pointing the other way. We'll get a look here, Matt.
Oh, there he goes around the outside edge there.
I think it's right there, number 9 of the Huskers, who was
tackled.
Jaden Conant was driven down. That's somewhere Randy the Macho Man was smiling from heaven at that beautiful suplex.
God's Power is just so quick. Like to get across the field to the outside edge and then turn it upfield. I mean, another half step and he was gone.
That was a big recruit for the Langley Rams. They lost a number of their key running backs from the past few seasons. They had that 2-headed monster there 2 years ago. Huskers throwing pressure, and there's the throw. It's completed to number 15, the running back Jackson Plywer, but this one may also be coming back too, unless the Huskers jump the play, and it doesn't look like that was the case.
Wow. Number 27, Marcus Aluski Thorne. Oh, offside on the defense. So it's going to be 5 yards the other way. And that was a big play in the backfield, too. Number 27 made a huge jump on that. Got upfield, wrapped him up, and took him down hard. Zaluski Thorne making the stop.
So after a very hectic opening couple of minutes to this game, it's kind of settled into what we thought this game would be, Matt.
Yeah. Now we're going 1st and 15 here.
Ball at the 52-yard line of the Langley Rams. They move the man once again, and he's gang tackled down to the turf. They're going to call a forward motion. He should have got back to at least the line of scrimmage.
I think he got about a yard on it, maybe a yard or 2. Out of the backfield, Clywer was able to, pick about a yard and a half there.
It's like the Huskers were ready for that. They just saw it a moment ago, and the Rams kind of rolled the dice and elected to try the same play again.
Well, I like they have these corners are staying in, and they got their outside backers watching those swings out of the backfield.
Brown, the lone receiver, to the right side. They'll load up 4 to the far side. Overstreet throws it over the middle, and he finds the target. And that is a big first down there. The ball was at the 53-yard line.
Rush Henderson on the catch here. No relation to Hunter Henderson. Maybe on the catch. Big play and enough to get the first down. That's wild because they had a long way to go, and he got him there.
About a 16-yard reception for Rush Henderson. Great name, by the way. Overstreet Jr. now starting to get this offense clicking. avoids the pressure, gets it to the open receiver, number 88, Kalel Dizong. He'll pick it up, and will they give him a first down on that?
Cloud's eyes on here. It makes a great catch. Turns upfield really well. I'm not going to be a first
No, I think it was an
down.
8-yard reception, it looks
Yeah,
like.
It looks like it's going to be just short.
That is his first reception on the day.
Oh, no, it is a first down.
Oh, they give him
Yep,
the 10.
They got it. They got it. Yep.
Blame the old eyesight on us, right, Matt?
Yeah.
So here we go, the closing minute of the first quarter as we approach that, and the Rams up 11-3 and driving again. And remember, they started this drive deep in their own territory, thanks to some penalties. Overstreet Jr., a quick little dump off, finds the open man, lots of blocking in front. They're going to call a hold on that, though. The flags
You
flying
can't
like confetti
tackle
at a wedding.
You can't tackle them. You can block them, you can't tackle them. And it's unfortunate, too. Dizon here gets his second catch of the night into the end zone. Beautiful catch and run. But way too many flags on the field for that. I don't think anybody missed that one hold there. Beautiful run, though.
So penalty on that. So I'm assuming the reception will stand, but they'll march it back from where the infraction happened. Is that correct, Coach? Or is that just nullified?
I think it goes back 10 from the line of scrimmage on the hold.
So you watch Overstreet Jr. kind of pulling the old Joe Montana, quick little nickel and dime, West Coast offense, getting lots of receivers involved.
Well, you've got a lot of speed, right? You got Caverly, you got the zone, you've got God's power. You flip the ball into their hands quickly. Let them do something with it. They are excellent playmakers.
Right over the middle, finds Emmanuel Brown, and he's finally dragged down, but it'll be at about the 4-yard line, and huge pickup there.
Well, and then I tell you, I'm talking speed, and here comes Brown going downtown. Look at him. He just, and Overstreet just sees him run into that spot and puts the ball right above his head, reaches up, picks it up, and able to get it to like the 4-yard line.
It was Marcus Saluski-Thorne, who's been all over this field with tackling. Brown with a 32-yard reception. Handoff now, God's power. Spins ahead and picks up a couple of more yards for the Rams.
I'm not sure. Yeah, the ball came loose at the end there, but they're saying second down. He hit the ground and then the ball came out. So and that's the end of the first. That was pretty quick.
Very entertaining start, and then you see the Huskers defense, which looks to be their strength this year, going against a very good offense in the Langley Rams, and they keep trading punches in that first quarter. And when all is said and done, Huskers trail by 8.
Yeah, but the Rams are on the doorstep, knocking on the door.
Your thoughts on what we've seen so far? Let's start with the home team first and the offense. What have you seen that maybe gives Valley Huskers fans some hope, a little light at the end of the tunnel?
They got skill. They can make plays. They're a little out of sync right now, but that comes with time. And the chemistry's not built overnight. That's going to take some time to build up some chemistry, some trust there, and the timing of everything. But they've got skill out there. You can see it. The O-line's getting the blocking up. The running backs has got to pick up the block a bit better. I think the Huskers' bread and butter this year is going to be defense and short fields. And unfortunately, the Rams are coming in with a quick offense that isn't getting them time to cause havoc. And that's what this Huskers defense likes to do, is cause havoc.
Rams have played in all 3 weeks now in the BCFC. One of the only teams to do that. Their bye has not come as of yet, and now the Huskers will load up the front as the Rams Overstreet Jr. goes to the wide side and in and out of the midst of number 81, Ryder Quintana, his favorite target.
Well, Ryder here just didn't have a chance on this fastball. It comes in like a heat-seeking missile. Overstreet turns around and just fires it, and he just can't get his handle on it.
That's the first non-connection in the last 6 passes for Overstreet Jr.
He's doing a great job. Quick passes, getting the ball out of his hands in a hurry.
He's 8 of 11 is Overstreet Jr. Does have the one major, going to work once again. Flag flies right where Overstreet Jr. is going to run with it, holding on to it. And
I think that's going to be on the Huskers. Maybe an offside on the Rams, but I think it's going to be on the Huskers.
So it could be a touchdown Rams. We'll hold off on that until we get the call from the officials. So doing it with his feet.
It's going to be on the Huskers. I'll get waved off.
So it's at a 5-yard rushing touchdown.
3.
3 yard.
3 yard. And they got the extra point team coming out here, so they're the kicking squad.
They're actually going to kick it this time.
Number 87, Dosange getting prepared. He's got a good boot. He does very well.
With the wind at his back.
He shall sail.
They'll set it up, and he will slice it through, and the Rams jump out in front now, 18-3.
Just about took the guy off the scissor lift in the backfield there. The cameraman.
Heads up.
Heads up. Yeah.
The most thankless job on the football field.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just hoping that a bird doesn't decide to release as you're up there.
Well, the worst is on the rainy days, he's still got to do it.
It's like the coaching staff who draws the short straw this week.
Yeah.
Well, the Huskers down, but not out, 18-3, still 14:34 remaining here in the second quarter. For the Win Media, providing all the amazing visuals as you see here, up close and personal, like you're on the field without getting hit. As the ball goes through the uprights. Warren Andrews along with Matt Macri on color. Year 9 for us. So happy to be bringing you all the action here from the BCFC. One of 3 games on the slate. We'll recap a busy night at halftime for you. Rams once again will bunch up around the kicker. And now Dosange will boom this down to the 5-yard line. The Huskers go to work here.
Oh, there was a seam and it closed quickly. Number 30, Chase Foston, closed that seam in a hurry for the Rams.
Cam Lupson, the man that returned that, got some good speed going. Blocking was decent up in front, but the Rams
There it is.
were resilient.
He turns right here and he sees it, and no, Foston just says, I got you.
The Huskers will start out at about their own 28-yard line. Kind of on an angle here, so got to do my little geometry. Am I calling that right?
No, it's going to be like the 3-yard line.
There's the handoff, and Grady Andrea slices through a defender, shuns off another one. Nice gain there for the Huskers running back, and they'll bring up second and short for Valley.
Andreas does a really good job of running in traffic, sidestepping, shuffling out. A really good job here. And they're going to be
Giving them 9, it looks like.
pretty close. Yeah, pretty close.
Maybe 8. Yeah, it's 8. 2 feet in between there is.
He needs to get to the 33 for a first down. He's on the 31, so that'd be, 8.
You know, the Huskers really feel, I think, they need to sustain a drive. They need to get this first down here. It's McKinney now. Barks out the signals, hands it off. Andrea, juking and jiving. Here's Grady Andrea, still on his feet. It's Grady Andrea to the 50, Grady Andrea to the 40, and he'll go out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Big run for the big man.
That was huge. That was huge. And here's what I talk about Andreas running in traffic. Here's the handoff here. He goes one way, comes back the other. Nice block. And he cuts back into the middle and makes people who are all going to their left have to come back to their right. That's not easy to do. I don't care how athletic you are.
That was about a 38-yard run for Grady Andrea. Huskers had a big run from Isaac Fulla in their game, over 40 yards against the West Shore Rebels in week number 1. That was the bulk of their running offense, honestly, on that one play. So see if that sparks the Huskers here now. McKinney now. Seeing the nerves of the Rams front. See if we can draw them offside. McKinney taken down. There was a flag thrown, though. We'll see if the sack stays.
Yeah.
The Huskers, number 3, Hassan Kangara, pointing the other way.
Yeah.
And it looks like he was correct.
Yeah, number one here on the outside edge completely jumps.
You know, big things were expected of Andrea. I think he showed such brilliance playing behind Jawad Harb last year when he got his opportunities. He was memorable. He absolutely shone. He could wiggle his way out of the tiniest of surfaces, and showed it once again here.
He runs really tough in traffic. I mean, he doesn't have that breakaway speed. We saw that, and he knows that. He went out of bounds, and instead of taking a stupid hit, chance dropping the ball, he gets himself out of bounds 38 yards up the field after running through traffic.
88 Lywicki, the boundary receivers, they go back to Andrea. Pushes ahead, a short gain. He'll pick up 2 on that rush, but the Huskers sustain their drive with 11:50 here in the second quarter.
Another great run by Andrea. Beautiful defensive play here, though.
Yeah, he could have easily been stopped at the line. It was nice he was able to push ahead for a couple of extra yards against a very good front 4 of the Langley Rams, or front 3.
Well, he bounced it to the outside, and then the linebacker was able to come up and contain him in. But he runs hard through those tackles all day long.
Second and about 3. They'll go back to Andrea and plows ahead, and we'll see where the spot is.
I'm pretty sure he's got a first down. Yes, he does.
And that was important, Matt.
Yeah.
Back-to-back first downs for the Huskers, aided by that penalty call. 3 more yards for Andrea.
Well, Andrea, they're going to feed him the ball here, and they got something working, and they got that momentum going, and they just keep feeding him the ball. Now they're switching it up a bit here. No, he's still in the backfield, so.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. 55 yards rushing on 5 carries for Andrea so far. We'll slow things down as the twilight starting to settle in a little bit. The clouds covering the mountains above us. Another scenic night here at Exhibition Field, downtown Chilliwack.
Huskers looking to make it a 1-score game here with a touchdown.
The ball is now at the 23-yard line, so approaching red zone territory. And I think what's important also, getting Andrea involved, allows McKinney to also get himself acclimatized at quarterback.
The speed of the game. I mean, it's easy to come in here. It's been a couple of years since he's able to play.
And he is taken down as I speak. And I think that will be registered a sack as he lost about 4 yards on that.
Yeah, the pocket just disappeared on him here, and he wasn't able to. And it was a middle linebacker, it looks like. Number 0. Shaquille Roman. Oh, defensive lineman. He was able to get off his block. Yeah, he got off his block cleanly there. That was nice.
Big play for the Langley Rams to hold the Huskers at bay.
When I'm coaching, I tell the defensive lineman, keep your hand moving. Just keep pushing the offensive lineman hands away. It's exactly what he did there. It was a beautiful play.
Huskers still awaiting their first major of the BCFC season. McKinney once again, the pocket collapses and down he goes. Back-to-back sacks for the Langley Rams, and you have to think that Carson Turner is going to come out and try to get some points on the board via his leg.
You'd have to think so. I mean, that would be the smart play here. Get a couple more points on the board. I don't know what's happening there. If it's happening too fast for McKinney, everybody or the O-line's not getting enough time for him but it's just collapsing on him so quickly.
This one's going to be a 38-yarder, so not a chip shot for Carson Turner. He's very capable of it. The wind is blowing against him, though, so that add a little more drama to this with 9 minutes to go in the half.
Kicking into the wind, yep.
Low snap, kick is up. Kick is wide and it's picked up. Flags everywhere.
Oh, definitely illegal
And
block
there's
back there.
Wasn't sure if that was a face mask down there. I think they just got him up a little bit higher.
Well, CJ Augustine, number 10 for the Rams, hammered someone in the back, and they're still on the ground.
Is that 81 for the Huskers?
Ocean St. Cyr.
Ocean St. Cyr. Yeah, he's in a little bit of discomfort, it looks like now, and the officials talking things up. And the unsung heroes of the Huskers, the training staff out there to tend to him. So we'll see if this pushes the ball back even further. As the kick was a little bit short, scooped up right away. Get a nice replay here. Snap was a bit low, and he had the distance, it was just wide right. You see the Huskers trying to kind of punch the ball out there.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was a penalty there. You couldn't really see from our vantage how high they got up on the tackle, but as you mentioned, the penalty was...
Oh, the illegal. Well, they haven't called it yet. They're talking about it, so let's just see.
Still 8:47 to go as the clock is stopped, and the injured Husker player
unnecessary roughness
intended to, and he's having
judgmental conduct, and they're gonna offset each other, and they're gonna get the ball right there, just shy of the 30. No, just shy of the 20.
And it was actually 91. Ty Folk, it looks like, the long snapper.
Yeah.
You really do not want your long snapper injured because he is such a vital part to special teams.
Yeah.
It's not a skill set that a lot of players you can just say, hey, do you want to jump in there and do this? So it will be a long field for the Rams here in this second quarter. Up 18-3. Offense has been as advertised, as has been their quarterback. This is your first time seeing him live. Your thoughts on what Darrell Overstreet Jr. has brought to this Rams offense?
You know what? He's quite dynamic, that's for sure. I like the way that his replay options. He really sells it. He holds the ball in there for a long time. Runs well. Yeah, he doesn't. A lot of times when they hold the ball in there and they give the ball away, they stop. He's not. He's actually completing his play. So he's looking good.
I may be wrong. I've only been calling this league for 9 years. He's the first player that I can remember, though, that's played in 3 different leagues in one season, as he started with the Upper Iowa University Division II team.
Right.
Played arena football. As soon as the arena football season ended, he's here playing for the Langley Rams. He's not had an off season.
You know, some guys just want to keep playing ball.
Well, we were talking to Tyler McLaren, the BCFC president, before the game off air, and he just talked about the quality of these imports coming in as play action. Dumps it off and picked up the reception by Ryder Quintana. What a nice first half he's having. They were at the 5-yard line, and now they'll move the sticks all the way up to the, is that the 22 they're going to mark it down, or 21. So that's a 16-yard reception.
Ryder Quintana's helmet comes off on that play there. And, you know, one of his teammates was talking to the ref and saying, hey, like, these don't come off easily by themselves.
Oh, no. That was number 1 of the Huskers, Cole Shanks, little how do you do.
Yeah. You can't be pulling on the hood.
Lots of pressure now from the Huskers, and they'll drop back in coverage. Overstreet Jr. felt the heat and then overthrowed the intended target. Shanks was lurking in the weeds on that play.
I'm not sure if he was going for 14 or 8 there, and I don't think he was sure either because it kind of landed in between the two of them.
Well, Huskers defense, James Moore did a great job of kind of disguising because it looked like they were going to bring the house, and all of a sudden they dropped back in coverage
Yeah.
and only rushed to 3 or 4 guys. Nonetheless, that brings up 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Under 8 minutes to go here in the first half. On BCFC TV, brought to you by For the Win Media. Overstreet Jr. barks out the signals, flanked by 1. Looks over to the right. Oh, and a nice play there. We're at the 22-yard line. They'll march that all the way up to the 42, so a gain of 20 on that play.
Rush Henderson, beautiful, gets up there, gets the ball, and then spins as he's landing to elude the tackler. Cole Shanks making the stop, but that was a great passing catch by Overstreet, and then Rush gets up there.
Henderson, 2 receptions, 36 yards in those 2. Early movement, but the referees say play on, and God's Power trying to wind his way behind some blocking, makes it up to the 51-yard line, and so that's a gain
9.
of 9 on that run.
You know, we talk about Andrea and his running in traffic. God's Power doesn't care if there's traffic or not. He's going through. Here he takes off, and he's just hammering, turns up, plants his foot, and just turns upfield. And says, I'll make some space.
Fifth run for God's Power. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was just, rambling. Go ahead.
Biggest run since his opening run of 14, and their play action, Overstreet Jr. spins and then taken down, and a sack for the Valley Huskers. And that is their 2nd sack of the day.
Okay, so, and this happens a lot, is that you do the run play option, you're handing it off to the runner, and here Overstreet decides to keep it. And the Huskers are doing their job. They kept their backside contained. They were willing to chase after God's Power instead of getting out of position, and it paid off.
Murphy with the sack. 3rd down for the Langley Rams. They're going to go for it as they are about 4 yards, it looks like, from the first down. Overstreet Jr. drops back. He's got the man wide open. Caverly tried to scoop it. And then the Huskers, number 9, Jaden Conant, tried to keep it off the turf, but his fingers weren't long enough. And
Josh Caverly, I mean, he pulls those in all the time, and he's upset with himself on this one because he should have had that. And he touches it twice here. He gets it the first time. It's a nice catch. Oh, he does it, and almost gets it the second time. And he can make either of those catches on any given day. So he's not loving that.
Rams doing a great job of finding receivers alone in the flat.
Yes.
And then quickly getting the ball to them on that instance. So it didn't work, so the Huskers pick it up. Turnover on downs, and in comes Hassan Kangura, number 3, the receiver to the boundary. McKinney now finds Grady Andrea. Eludes 1 tackle, couldn't avoid the second, couldn't quite get back to the first round marker, so they'll lose 2 or 3, and then some flags fly in there late.
Well, I think it should be on both of them. I mean, Andrea gets tackled out of bounds. He had number 5, Ben Lauren, in there, standing over top of him and chipping. So number 8, Braden McDonald, gives him a little love tap from behind. No need for either of that here. Right, there's the hit. It's right on the line, no problem. Then you don't stand over him yapping. Like, just go back and play football. No, they're going to call it on just the one.
I think it's just the physical motion is what they saw. They maybe didn't hear the conversation that led to it.
Yeah.
You know, you hate that as a coach, but you kind of love it too because he's sticking up for his boy.
100%. 100%.
He's a veteran. Braden McDonald's been in this league a long time. He's the Swiss Army knife of the Huskers.
He's a great player. And, I love seeing him stick up for his teammate. 15-yard, punishment for it, though. And when you're having a hard time getting your offensive rolling, putting you at 2nd and 25 hurts.
So that was McKinney's first completion in the BCFC, unfortunately for -2 yards. Grady Andrea did his best to get back to the line of scrimmage. Husker offense has relied on the legs of Andrea to get them close to Rams territory earlier in this game.
Yeah.
Have the one field goal, missed the second field goal, kicked into the wind. Now it's 2nd and long for the Huskers here, trying desperately to keep this drive alive and hopefully put some more points on the board before heading into the break. It's a big game too, because right now the Langley Rams feel they are the best team in the BCFC, and the numbers have borne that out.
Yep.
They knock off the 2-time defending champs, playing their division rival here. McKinney under center, fakes a handoff, play action, finds Braden McDonald. He won't get much. We'll see where they mark him down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
-1 on that one, so probably not the way you want you want to move the sticks the wrong way.
Yeah. And you know, you're 2nd and 25. You're just looking for a positive play, right? And the pass, the catch, almost getting back to the line of scrimmage, positive.
Well, I think these Husker receivers, too, they are chomping at the bit. Because in the first game, there was only 6 receptions that they split between 5 players. And now lots of pressure. Special teams, Carson Turner, what a great kick. All the way down, and it takes a Husker roll back past the 30 into the 20, and then a boom, oh baby. There goes the dynamite, and then a late flag comes in. Another skirmish here.
Yeah, another skirmish away from the ball. Here you go. Dyson picks it up here. And it bounced past him to begin with. Nice block there, and he tries to cut back, and there's just bodies everywhere. Beautiful wrap up.
Where was the flag? Is it right here trying to pull
No,
him
the
off?
flag's back here. It's way back out of the play. There was 3 Rams and 1 Husker, and that's where they threw the flag at. So
emotions are always going to run high in these rivalry games.
So they called offsetting, unnecessary, unsportsmanlike car, unnecessary roughness.
Roughness or roughing? Both.
Roughing. Right.
Roughing roughness. I like that. That should be a
roughing roughness.
when it's extra bad.
No,
It's not the R&R you're looking for.
tomfoolery. Offsetting tomfoolery penalties.
If this was the 50s BCFC, that would definitely be a penalty. 15 yards for tomfoolery.
Unsportsmanlike conduct is, I think, the actual name of it.
The young chap wearing number 7. So the Brigade in 50. Cade Murphy 50. Denzel Boy 51. Malachi Hawkinson 55. Among the front 4 there is the handoff. Or no, they'll do a little play action. It's Overstreet Jr.
Oh, he's
Slips
gone.
through the defender. He's gone. Overstreet Jr. Oh my goodness. Puts on the turbo jets. And that is going to be, that was at the 38-yard line.
Wow. That was
72-yard run for
crazy.
Overstreet Jr.
And you watch him here. He waves Quintana ahead. He's like, no, just go block. I got this. And he does. He splits that seam, and he's gone. Beautiful stride, driving those arms. No one near him. Just wild.
So he has 2 rushing touchdowns today, along with the 2-point convert. Also has the 1 passing touchdown, and
Yeah.
showing
Great job.
if you get the right imports in, they can make quite the difference to your football team. Remember, this is a Rams team, much like the Huskers that missed the playoffs last year.
Big kick.
Kick is up, kick is good. And the Rams with a commanding lead here. Just under 5 minutes to go. Huskers fans wondering if the offense will be able to wake up. Part of the challenge has been the two defenses they've faced in their first two games. The West Shore Rebels with an imposing defense. They've been that way for the past couple of seasons.
Yeah.
And then the Rams really reloaded in this off season as they wanted to get back to their winning ways. Owner Dana Henderson doesn't play around. When they have a bad season, he pulls out all the stops to make sure that doesn't repeat.
Yeah, and it's crazy when you look at this Huskers team that was so competitive the last couple of years, going through the full rebuild on offense. Like, I get losing some guys and whatnot, and you having to refill and reload. But when you lose your OC, you lose your quarterback, you lose, linemen, you're really filling a lot of holes.
Well, and part of it, honestly, I think what really kind of set them back is they were really looking at Rogan Brigada.
Yeah.
He was the guy. He was fantastic as the backup last year. Came in when Dorsey was injured.
Yep.
Was marvelous. And then just before the season started, I think he'd just decided football wasn't for him. And they had basically a week to prepare with Grayson Crackle before they played against the West Shore Rebels. As the Huskers now will drive it ahead. A nice return here, and he'll get up to about the 34-yard line as once again tempers continue to flare between these teams.
Well, and here you got two teams just down the road from each other. I mean, it's a 20, 30-minute drive. A lot of these guys have played with or against each other through their high school careers. A lot of chirping going on there. Emotions get hot. Is it the Cascade Cup tonight?
No, it's in Langley in this.
Yeah.
Huskers have won 3 out of the 4 since they've brought that into existence. That was Lopson with the return of about 25 yards on that kickoff. Quade McKinney now flanked by Andrea behind him. 2 receivers near side. 3 to the far side. Give to Andrea. Tried his best to wiggle through. He'll get a short gain, if at all. Looks like they maybe are going to give him, 1, maybe 2 on that run?
Yeah, maybe 2. Yeah, I think that's what it. Here you get the handoff there, and he heads up field, and it's number 5, Ben Lauren, gets in there and wraps him up. Number 7's in there as well, Cade Handy. Just some really good defensive play by this Rams defense.
Huskers offense now from the 35-yard line. Big man Braden McDonald to the boundary. McKinney will look that way, and he decides to hold on to it himself, and he's going to take some punishment, but he's going to move the ball ahead up to the 40-yard line.
He's right close.
Not enough for the first down, but about 3 yards short, so a pickup of 6 on that play.
He's gonna be about 4 yards short there. Yeah, I think so.
That's going to bring out Carson Turner and the.
Yeah, there's no point giving the Rams the ball. 3 minutes left in the half on the 30-yard line or the 40-yard line here. It just doesn't make sense. It's a smart play by the Huskers to kick this away.
I think if the offense was clicking a little more, Bob Reese would be more inclined to try some trick plays like the Rams did early in this football game, but you want to kind of keep your head above water here as Carson Turner. Nice high kick. Takes a bounce. Scooped up off the turf and taken down by Kalel Dizon. There's a flag, and I think it's going to be no yards. It'll be a 5-yard no yards if it is, though, because the ball hit the turf before.
Yeah. Before he touched it.
Yeah, you can see about 3 or 4 black jerseys in there. Tell you what, they're going to be digging out the ice packs after this one. This one has been very physical.
Big hits. Like I say, rivalries hurt the most.
So in this game, it was Quintana opened up the scoring for the Rams on a 2-point convert. DeSange got the field goal to put the Rams in front 11-0 before Turner put the Huskers on the board. It was 11-3 after 1 quarter, but then Overstreet Jr. with a pair of rushing touchdowns. The last one, 72 yards. And he's out there right now with his team in front 25-3. Once again, receivers in motion. Naked bootleg. Throws it out wide. Just over the head of Cole Shanks, who has 2 interceptions this year and wishes he was about 3 inches taller on that play.
Well, they had Caverly coming across the field, and I was thinking he was kind of hoping that he had a bit more time to get it up in the air and let it hang for Caverly. But Shanks wasn't buying it. He kept his body back there.
So Overstreet Juniors had a very good day. Last 4 passes, though. He's only 1 for 4. After coming out guns a-blazing early on. Flanked by 1 now, takes the snap. Pressure from the Huskers, throws it right over the middle to a wide open target. And a nice pitch and catch there is
Rush
Henderson again. Oh my goodness. Every time that guy,
he's making
gets the
great
pass.
catches in motion here. Overstreet steps back and he just fires a rocket, and Rush has got it. He's running. He keep moving.
about 25-yard reception for Rush Henderson. Every reception is more and more for him. He's having a big day. There you go to their leading receiver in Emmanuel Brown, and not as big of a pickup, and then he's dragged out of bounds, but then a flag also comes out.
Flag comes out back over here in the middle of the field when nothing's happening and nobody should be getting penalties. But here's another flag. All right, here we go. Overstreet over to Brown. Brown turns around, gets upfield, and he gets cut off. Number 26 is giving him no room. Taylor Bear is giving him no room to work. But then now there's the flag in the air over here with the offensive and the defensive linemen.
Now, it would have been an 8-yard reception, but they'll also attack on some extra yards after the plays of the Huskers get out the shotgun and take off their pinky toe.
That hurts because that's a 15-yard penalty. So whatever happened there is unnecessary, and I think the Husker coaches have to clean this up. That's huge.
Rams driving once again in the red zone. Give to God's power, sees a hole, and he finds the end zone. Touchdown. Langley Rams are running away with this one with 1:45 to go in the half, and they've already put up over 30 points on the board.
Yeah. God's power here just runs straight up the middle. Great power, kind of kicks a bit to the outside, has a seam, and off he is to the races.
8-yard touchdown for God's power. I believe that is his 4th touchdown of this BCFC season. Memory serves me correct, in New West Hyack. That's where he played his high school football, and the ball through the uprights again with authority. And now it's a 32-3 lead. Well, we'll have to see if the Huskers perform some dark magic at halftime to find a way to get themselves back into this one.
Well, this is tough. This is tough. You're 32-3 going into the half. I mean, the offense has to find some feet.
It reminds me of like the 2018 Rams, where they would come in with Javon Catoy and company, and just Corey Philpott coaching and just steamroll teams with their offense.
Yeah.
Defense was pretty darn good too.
Well, they were solid. They were definitely solid, but that offense. Who was the runner that they had with on them that set the record that one year? Can't remember the name. Oh, why did names escape me so easily?
Well, we got halftime to kind of see if we can look it up.
Yeah, but I mean, it was here when he broke the BCFC record for yards in a season and touchdowns and whatnot, and it was crazy. It was
And I think, what, was it last year or the year before, Noah for the Okanagan Sen ended up, I think, inching ahead of that one.
Yep.
Line drive here, and that one fielded by Lopson. Trying to spark his team. There's a flag that comes out. He's taken down around the 30-yard line. The Huskers holding against the Huskers, so that'll push him back even further. So it's not that the Huskers defense has been poor in this game. Overstreet Junior has been as advertised.
Yeah, he's been very good. Very good. And God's power as well. And here's a run back. The run back's really good. He gets in behind his blockers. They create a wall for him. And then he just can't get any further. And it's Cade Handy Cade the Crusher comes up, and I watched Cade since he played community ball. He played Mowat. Came out here.
Is it Mowat or Bateman? I thought he was Bateman.
Bateman. Yep, 100% Bateman. Yeah. Sorry, my bad, Bateman alumni.
The Wolves are not happy with you.
Yeah, no, they at my door.
Don't tick off the Wolves, man.
Yeah.
They come in packs.
Cade's just been an excellent football player his whole football career.
Huskers back around their own 20. McKinney has not had much time to throw. He won't have much time here either. Just dumps it over the middle to avoid the pressure. So McKinney 2 for 4, -3 yards. Been a tough debut for the former Lacombe Ram. He played for the Rams, just in Lacombe.
You watch it here, and the O-line's just not getting enough of a push here to slow down this defensive line. 0. Shaquille Roman is crazy good. He's getting in there so quick.
Dion Fitzgerald, number 99, is once again a very large man. He's on the interior of the defensive line there, and the Huskers discombobulated at the moment. Thankfully, only a minute 22 until halftime, and chance to collectively catch their breath. But I'm sure for a lot of these players, not the home opener they were practicing for and dreaming of.
No.
That's an understatement.
No.
Like what we've seen from the defense, couple of sacks. You got a couple sacks in Overstreet Jr., you're doing something right.
Yeah, the defense is playing very good. I mean, the field position, the ball being given up in short field position, has really helped the Rams out here. But they've also, you had that huge play by Overstreet, 77 yards or whatever stupid run that
72
was.
72-yarder, yeah.
Beautiful, by Overstreet. But the defense, gave him a seam and he took it.
The only counterpunch the Huskers have provided is that 38-yard run by Grady Andrea, I believe in the first quarter.
So here we're got some issues with the number of men on the field.
Well, I think, in whatever younger sports, you get down by a bunch and then maybe you can add an extra player. Maybe the Huskers can do that here.
Well, I think they gave him a 10-yard penalty and it only should have been a 5.
All right, referees also in early season form.
Yes.
McKinney now pressure, throws it up. That one hanging up. And it's caught.
And it's going to be quite a few yards here. It's going to be about 7 to 8 yards.
Great job by the receiver.
Yeah, about 8 yards.
Getting back number 5 for the Huskers. That is Armand Sharma, the returning.
And poor Armand Sharma here, he's watching that ball in the air. And it's coming down, and he's seeing the white shirts running towards him. I mean, do you really want to catch it at that point? But he does. He hands up, and he gets it. I'm going to take it, and he caught the ball.
It's akin to being at the railroad tracks, and you see the train coming, and you got to make that decision. Am I going to make it through quickly, or will I wait for the next train to pass? He did not wait. He took the hit, but he got a big 8 yards for his team.
Pulled it in. Great job.
You got to make those sacrifices when you're looking for any sort of spark. Get your team going, and Huskers have been outscored 59-4 in this early BCFC season. Trying to rebuild this offense after we had the air show there for about 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Started with Julian Wintink and Poulin and Dick. And there's Carson Turner. Lots of pressure again from the Rams, and Turner went down, and there's a flag. I think the Huskers are going to get the ball back.
They may. I think, Turner there. Number 5, Ben Lauren, came through that line really quick, and I think he might have gotten into the kicker there. He comes through, and somebody hit the kicker.
Yeah, he caught him on the leg, and at first I thought maybe Carson Turner watched a lot of the World Cup and was selling it quite well, but then you watch the replay and it was a legitimate hit. The Huskers offense will stay on the field for now with 1:09 to go, and if they could put even just a few more points on the board, maybe build a little bit of confidence going into the break. Ever the optimist I am.
Ever the optimist. It's been a minute and a half for about 20 minutes now.
Well, and you can watch McKinney, and you can tell just the speed of the game because he's practiced a lot with a lot of teams, but hasn't had a lot of gameplay in the past few seasons. And from watching the film, he's got everything that he needs to be a successful quarterback in this league, but you need that repetition. And here comes the pressure again, and they will absolutely mow him down, and he's going to be very slow to get up. That was a heat-seeking missile with no bomb shelter to cover him.
Wow. Reese Stewart comes off the other side, and they rushed off the near side. He comes flying in. He gets picked up by Andrea, and you can see McKinney here is watching it. Yeah, it's Ben Lauren on that side, and then the other side, no one even sees that he's coming. Like, he was left wide open.
That's the fourth sack of this first half for the Langley Rams.
And McKinney's now being helped off the field with the trainer there and pulled out, and it looks like it's Crackle might be in. Yeah, Grayson Crackle is in at quarterback.
All right, so Crackle, who started the game for the Valley Huskers against the West Shore Rebels, throws it right over the middle. The ball in and out of the hands of the intended target, number 22, Zach Tut Escobar.
Well, Zach Tut Escobar did a kind of a neat little around the quarterback and then back out in motion and kept everybody's eyes on him. It was like, watch, the ball under the cup. Why, where did it go now type thing. But
the Chilliwack Chiefs do that in their little find the coffee cup, Tim Hortons.
Yeah, and it was just too low for him to bring it in, but it was a good play that got him open in the middle of the field.
Carson Turner back out there again. High kick. Once again, takes a short bounce this time at the center stripe. And this time it is picked up by 23, Sam Laspa.
Sam does a good job here, gets the ball, and then gets upfield, makes some positive yards. Everything you want you do on a punt return.
And you have a feeling the Rams are not going to take their foot off the gas pedal here with 37 seconds to go. They're going end zone.
I think you might be right. They're going to take a couple shots here, that's for sure.
One player we haven't seen much, I know he's healthy, but could be still kind of getting back, is number 29, Johnny Cadogan. It's Overstreet Jr. surveys. Lots of room now. He rolls out to his right, holding on to the ball. He'll just head to the sidelines and stop the clock. 26 seconds to go. Then he went east-west, but picked up, I think they're going to give him 3 yards on that run.
Yeah. Well, maybe even 4. Yeah, it was a good angle. He kept a good angle on it. Ran a long way, ate up 11 seconds off the clock.
7th rush for the Langley Rams pivot. Up 32-3, just 26 seconds to go. 2nd down and 6. He'll go over to the right side, finds Emmanuel Brown, picks it up and steps out of bounds again. So a master class in moving the sticks and keeping the clock frozen. 22 seconds now remaining. That's going to be a 1st down after a pickup of 7 on that play. Got the official stats from Heather, the league statistician, who is here on site at the half. Also the out-of-town scoreboard, Prince George Kodiaks. Kamloops Broncos playing as we speak. Rebels and Raiders played earlier today. Overstreet Jr. once again looks right, and then he throws it long. Emmanuel Brown!
Just out of the reach.
Out of his reach.
Yeah. Good coverage, number 26. Right on top of him, Taylor Bear. Wasn't giving up too much space to him.
Now, that's a tough task for Barrett. He's done a good job. Emmanuel Brown has caught 3 receptions, but he's been deadly this season as Brown. In fact, you look at his stats coming into this, my goodness, 10 receptions, 203 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So that is a heady task to have to shadow that man. Rams now with 3 receivers to the near side. Ball just shy of the 30. Flag flies right away. It's got the man wide open. It's number 8 for the Rams, but there was that flag as Marcus Jones hauls that in. We'll see if it stands. Was it offside by the Huskers?
No, I think it was offside by the Rams, actually. I think the slot receiver crossed the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Eagle Eye Matt Macri.
Yeah, the far side slot crossed the line a little too quick.
By the way, folks, he moonlights as a private investigator, so if you need some pictures of your significant other.
No. I'm usually in bed when the moonlight's out.
So he's only a daytime investigator, just so you know. There are hours he keeps. Well, you don't need to be a private investigator to know that the Huskers need to come up with something special at halftime.
Yeah.
Down a number of touchdowns, and Overstreet Jr. has his fingerprints all over this blueprint. And the return of Kai Todd-Hunter, the former OC, now head man for the Rams. Overstreet Jr. looking long, holds on to it. Once again, heads to the sidelines. The safety of the Rams bench.
It looked like it had 1 second left on the clock there when he went out of bounds. I don't know if they're going to give him one more play here.
You wonder if that's a little hometown tick right there.
Yeah. No,
Picked up 2 on that run.
So there was 1 second left on the clock. I know it clicked off here on our scoreboard, but they're gonna have a kick here.
I think they're going for the field goal.
Oh, 100%. I would. It's the worst that could happen.
So Dosanjh is looking at a 43-yarder. Wind at his back, though. That could be a boon for him. It'll be number 12, Chase Thurston, the holder. Halftime, we'll have to wait for a few more seconds here, so they'll call a timeout. And perhaps the Huskers had the wrong amount of men out on the field.
Could have been. Could have been. Yeah, you're not really thinking ice the kicker in this scenario here. But it looks, oh, it's number 29 heading out there. And isn't that Cadogan? It is. Oh, Johnny Cadogan. Get him out on the field.
Perhaps to block the kick. He's a 6'5", I believe, Johnny Cadogan is. He's got those long arms. Wingspan, as my son, the basketball player, likes to call it. And he's lined up right in the middle, so we'll see. So fans start to chant to see if they can get inside the mind of Dosanjh. The 43-yarder kick is up. It's long. It's good. 43-yard field goal for Dosanjh. His second field goal of the day. Yeah. That one almost doubled what he had the first time, and the Rams comfortably in front, 35-3. Any last thoughts before we head to the break?
Well, the Huskers have to find some offense, and the Rams got to remember it's too early to celebrate. Got to keep their head in the game. It's hard. You know, it is tough in games like this when you get way out ahead at the half to keep your head in the game and keep competitive. So Rams are going to have to do that. Huskers got to figure out the offense.
Rams have the champagne on ice in the locker room, I'm sure, as they get into the break with a comfortable lead. We'll take a break ourselves. We'll be back just before the third quarter begins with the out-of-town scoreboard. And as you can see, Rams 35, Huskers 3. It's on BCFC TV and for the Win Media.
it, we seize it. Haters, man, they got reasons. Grab the moment, we freeze it. Go to the touch, oh, what a rush. Follow your heart, homie, go where the love. Let it rain, let it flow, let it flood. Swimming in good vibrations, it's a celebration. It's the liberation of everything we are. Every time you in the clouds, they gon' try to bring you down. Do not let them just go ahead and get it, get it, get it, get it. Every time you in the clouds, they gon' try to bring you down. Do not let them just go ahead and get it, get it, get it, get it. I'm all in, I'm here to receive it. No limits, got to believe it. Amen, I know that you feel it. From the ashes, rise like a phoenix. I'm all in, I'm here to receive it.
All right, welcome back here as we're getting set for the second half kickoff in just a moment. Warren Andrews, Matt Macri, and the captain of For the Win Media. Let's get you the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll start with the game. If it's not over, it's almost over, and well, the scoreboard says it pretty much is too.
Yeah.
Prince George Kodiaks looking like they're going to get their first win for their new bench boss. It'll be 51-6. They're leading over the Kamloops Broncos, who are the youngest team in the BCFC at 18 years of age. Average. Tell you what, though, the Broncos watched their game against these Langley Rams, where they lost significantly, but they've got some pieces in place. That Cole Rigler, the South Cam quarterback, looks like he'll be the real deal. So
Nice. Nice.
I think there are brighter days ahead. The game of the week, though, on the island, the Battle of the Rock. West Shore Rebels leading all game long. Final play of the game. VI Raiders, Dylan Moreno to the end zone. Blaze McCarty, touchdown. Raiders win by 1 at home over their island rival, the West Shore Rebels, who fall to 1-1. Raiders now 2-1 on the year. In second place because the Okanagan Sun are 1-1 and on a bye tonight. So Langley Rams can take sole possession of first place if they win this game tonight.
It wasn't the Okanagan Suns loss on the final play or towards the end of the game?
Yeah, about 2.5 minutes to go when the Langley Rams, Overstreet Jr. did there what he's doing here tonight. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, I believe, in that game, and he's got 2 here tonight. So
Yeah. Excellent.
it's,
All right. Captains are out on the field, and it's going to be a crazy second half.
just going to get the little flashlight on my phone set up so I can see the stats that I'm recording, and quickly looking at the stats, not kind for the Huskers. Let's go with the Rams first. Overstreet Jr., 8 rushes for 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's rushing. 13 of 20 for 186 yards through the air, 1 touchdown. Number 81, and that is Quintana, 4 receptions for 39 yards and 1 touchdown. The one area that they were even was 8 penalties for 80 yards for the Rams. The Huskers had 9 penalties for about 81 yards. So they were even there.
Yeah, oh, yeah, okay. As long as they're keeping it fair.
As long as you're not chiseling us on that one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, the Langley Rams comfortably in front, 35-3, getting set to receive this kickoff. As you remember, they kicked it off, but recovered the onside kick to start this game, and that's maybe indicative of the game as the wheels fell off. And they'll try the onside kick. Couldn't touch it because it had not gone 10 yards.
Right, but it hit a Rams player, and they just couldn't get back to it fast enough. It was a good effort there. Just the execution didn't happen.
So we'll see how long Overstreet Jr. stays in the game. You have to wonder, with a comfortable lead, if in the fourth quarter, the star quarterback of the Rams doesn't allow his backup some playing time and make sure he doesn't get injured going into next week.
Yeah, I think, and it's looking like on the roster here, they're only showing one other quarterback in Chase Thurston. So I'm wondering if you don't want to keep him fresh just to be on the safe side.
Well, big run to start the third quarter, and that would be 8 yards for God's Power. That'll bring up a 2nd and 2.
Well, I guess that's definitely somebody who's not going to take a break tonight, as God's Power is just racking up the yards, racking up the carries.
Well, he trails his quarterback in rushing yards.
Come on. That was one run, 72 yards. Come on. Take that one out.
Quarterback keep, and he finds the open target. Quintana, what a day for him. 5th reception.
And Quintana here just does so much out of the backfield with that ball. He's low center of gravity, moves well, makes himself small out there, like gets his body low and just moves.
That's a 14-yard reception for Quintana. First completion for Overstreet Jr. to start the second half. Rams offense like a well-oiled machine, and they go back to God's Power, and he'll continue to plow ahead. Oh my goodness. The Eagles tush push there will get him the first down, I think.
Wow. God's Power is just chewing up yardage out there. Another really nice run.
Oh yeah, he's does he have? Yeah, he's got the first down. That was 11-yard run for God's Power.
That will be a Langley Rams first down.
And it's been all Rams in this game. Overstreet Jr. looks wide and then goes right over the middle. He did catch it with his knee on the ground. It was number 19, Dante Meyer, who gets into the fun.
Meyer there, you see his knee on the ground as he's catching the ball. I don't know if we catch it on the replay or not.
Looks like a 6-yard reception for him.
Yeah.
That's his first of the day.
A smart play, though. Secure the ball. Yak is nice, but securing the ball is better.
12:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Rams comfortably in front with the receiver in motion now. Overstreet, there's flags flying everywhere, and he'll throw that the length of the field. And that one in and out of the intended target, number 14, Rush Henderson, who's had quite the day for himself. He's got 3 receptions for 41 yards.
Rush there just couldn't get his hands on that. That was a nice throw. Little too high, but penalties, 2 flags came out on there, so I'm not sure it's going to happen here. So we got an offside on the Huskers. That's going to move it up 5 yards. And I think it'll be, and a replay down, so it'll be 2nd and a yard.
My goodness, so that is now 10 penalties for the Huskers, and we haven't played more than half of a football game, Matt. Those are things that you can clean up, thankfully.
Yeah, 100%.
Missed assignments are another thing, but there's a handoff, and God's Power this time, and he is dragged down by a mob wearing black.
Well, Noah Hepner got into the backfield, read that play all the way, and Hepner's able to get depth of field and cut him off. There's a handoff to God's Power. He's got great speed. He decides to bounce it outside, but Hepner's not having any of it. He's the reason that he tried to bounce it upside, and he's the reason he couldn't.
He lost about 2 on that play, so that'll bounce him back to 3rd and 4. They're going to keep the offense on the field, though. Why not? Everything else has been working. Overstreet Jr. barks out the signals. Flanked by 1, 3 far side, 2 to the boundary. Emmanuel Brown in motion. He'll look for him. Catches it, but he was out of bounds. Spectacular catch. Johnny Cadogan there, though, letting the referee know the feet weren't planted.
Yeah, he did not get a foot on the ground there.
That was a great catch.
That was a very good catch. Unfortunately, he was just parallel to the ground.
So a turnover on downs. That'll be the 2nd turnover on downs for the Langley Rams.
That was a beautiful, beautiful catch by Watson.
And he may look back at that and argue with the officials, Emmanuel Brown.
Emmanuel Brown, yeah.
Grayson Crackle back out there for the Valley Huskers. Got in at the end of the second quarter. In motion, there's the handoff up the middle, pushed back, like a seesaw.
And just no space out there. Number 21, Isaac Fulla, running the ball there and just zero space.
So that's Fulla's first touch of the day. He was actually the Huskers' leading rusher after week 1. I think he had 50 yards, but as I mentioned, 40-something came in that one play. Yeah, no, they're going to give him 1 yard, it looks like. So 2nd and 9 for the Valley Huskers. Crackle, low snap. Slings it over the middle.
Great defensive play. Number 4, Brody Muller there.
That's the second time. I believe he did it earlier on Braden McDonald.
Yeah, just popping that ball out. Great coverage.
Crackle 0 for 2 on this opening drive of the second half, and the Valley Huskers will punt from deep in the shadows of their goalposts. You wonder if they'll give up the safety or if they're just going to boom it away and then hope for some great coverage.
Try and get rid of it.
But this has gone as planned for the Langley Rams, maybe better than what they planned for. Up 35-3, 10 minutes to go here. Third quarter. Huskers drive stalled, and Carson Turner waits for it in his end zone, and he's going to go back and take the knee and give up the 2 points.
Smart play. Then they kick it the length of the field and make him have to work it back.
So Langley will increase their lead and now up by 35 points. Great to have you along here on BCFC TV. Home opener for your Valley Huskers in the All-Valley rivalry against the Langley Rams. And for many years, it was a lopsided rivalry where I don't think the Huskers beat the Rams for probably about 8 seasons.
Yeah, it was a while, that's for sure.
Then they beat them for the first time, and then it was very even. In fact, there were a season or two where the Huskers would win both games, including capturing the Cascade Cup, which we'll play later on this season in Langley. Always a lot of fun when there's a trophy in the house.
The guys get really fired up for it. You know, it's a huge deal to them.
Play action now, and once again, a quick little dump all over the middle, and it's Caverly with the reception there.
Cadogan is able to come down and stop him there. Johnny makes the big stop here on Caverly. Caverly just got a great little patience, a little stutter step, gets to the outside, and there comes Cadogan.
First reception of the day for Josh Caverly. That one went for 5 yards to give Caverly 12 receptions on the year, just shy of 200 yards. Overstreet Jr. once again, Caverly this time in motion. 2 to the far side, that's where he'll look, and Emmanuel Brown, a nice little move there. He flipped the ball behind his back like a basketball play. And then a late flag as a helmet flies.
Yeah, and here's another discipline penalty here. But great job here by Overstreet. Gets it out fast. Brown gets it, spins it around, takes off, gets his hand out there for the push-up, but nowhere to go. Then he's brought down.
So it was a 17-yard reception for Brown as Overstreet continues to roll. And then they'll tack on some extra yards on the 11th penalty for the Valley Huskers in this football game.
Well, it's adding another 15 to the play here.
That's got to be, at least 4 or 5 15-yard penalties on the Huskers?
Yeah, I think 3. I think it's either 3 or 4, yeah. But, I mean, they're huge. And they're just, you're giving up field position every time.
And Bob Reese on the sidelines got the word it was from last year. He had to serve a 2-game suspension from last year. So the first 2 games he's not been behind the bench.
That's unfortunate.
They have missed Coach Reese.
Yeah.
Calling the plays at steadying hand.
And here we go with
5 yards.
Power again, picking up another 5 yards. Not afraid to get in the mix, God's Power. He just runs straight up the middle.
So that's 4 rushes for 24 yards to kick off the third quarter for number 22 of the Rams.
Well, number 7's being sent off for the Huskers here, as the referee sending him off and the trainer meeting him at the sideline. So I don't know.
That's Gavin Christensen. That's a big loss for this play, at least. He's been very good at the linebacker position for Valley Huskers.
And he walked off, and he didn't look like anything. I don't know, maybe if the referees noticed something and sent him to get checked. I hope they do that here.
Right over the middle, he finds the target. Who else? Quintana still battling for extra yards, and the flag comes out at the end. I wonder if they're going to call the receiver for kind of grabbing him and trying to help his teammate along.
Well, they're waving the flag off. They're waving the flag off. So I think he thought he saw something, but then realized he didn't. But Quintana here, great job. Catches the ball, spins outside, and starts pushing himself up the field.
20-yard reception for Quintana. 6 receptions on the day for him. Piling up the yards. Overstreet Jr., there's the handoff, and met. Susie swings ahead. The referees will blow the whistle right away, and it looks like a new player getting to rush for the Langley Rams. Is that number 19?
15, Jackson Kluwer.
Clywer, yeah, that's his first rush of the day, actually, and he's the backup running back.
Yeah, and God's Power went off a couple plays, 2 plays ago, and then he's back out there now. And we got to get 2nd and 10 here.
Well, I think if you're the Rams, you really got to balance. You want to teach a lesson to the Huskers, but you also want to keep your boys healthy, the main ones. Huskers bringing lots of pressure. Wide open man. Jake Caverly to the end zone. Josh Caverly, pardon me, to the end zone, and touchdown, Langley Rams.
Yeah, Caverly just doing what he does. We've seen this with the Giants. We've seen this with G.W. Graham. We're watching it here now with the Rams. Nice the catch. Falls into the end zone, putting points on the board.
Yeah, thinking of the former quarterback of the South Delta team, Jake Caverly, when I should be Josh Caverly. And the score, a lot for the Rams, not enough for the Huskers. Low snap, doesn't matter. Dosanjh power this one through, and we got you for about 7 more minutes, Matt, and then I know you got to beeline it back to the family. Appreciate you taking a break from your regular job vacation to come here and call Huskers football with us.
Well, it's always my pleasure to come here. I enjoy the games, the beautiful scenery. The fans are just electric here every time. Love coming out for this. I wish it was a closer game. I was hoping for a really tight game today.
You know what, though? Like, I credit these fans because they've seen the lowest of lows. They've seen the highs. They are a faithful bunch. And I don't see anybody heading for the parking lot right now. So
No, and you know what? I coach a lot of youth football. And the main thing that you always say, if you're trying your hardest out there, it shows. And you may not always get the success that you want, but at least you're making the effort towards it.
well, and I think
And you can see that with these Huskers tonight. They're making the effort.
I think the thing is, too, if you're the Huskers, you've got to kind of break it down to micro bits like this next play, we win.
Yeah.
And every
100%.
time we win this next play, and eventually something good will come from that.
Yeah, and they got to piece a bunch of them together, and they'll win a game.
Low line drive, and this time it's Grady Andrea returning the kick. Grady Andrea bringing some magic. Grady Andrea drives it up to the 45-yard line, and the man with the magic feet gets a great return for the Huskers.
Love watching Grady run. He likes running in traffic. He zigs, he zags. He looks like he's going to break one open at any moment. And here he goes. He cuts back into the center, through like 4 white shirts, gets around, uses his blockers, and then it takes 3 of them to bring him down. Beautiful run.
Grayson Crackle from the 45, 3 receivers to the far side. He'll go near side, he'll go long. Braden McDonald, and that one out of his reach is Crackle trying to stretch the defense out and get them thinking a little bit.
Braden McDonald there, is number 23 on the defense. I don't know where did my defensive sheet go. 23, Sam Laspa, getting in his way and just slowing him down and not letting him get him that stride. He's such a big guy, such good speed, and great hands.
Huskers in motion. Crackle throws that over the middle, almost picked off, in and out of the fingertips of the Rams, number 36, Andrew Parker.
Well, I think he wanted Zach Toner to curl in, and he curled out here. And you can see he's just on the wrong side. Gets the ball away nicely, and it was, just not there.
That would have been a heck of an interception. If he gets that interception, he deserves that interception,
100%.
because that was stretched out. So Crackle looking for his first completion, 0 for 4 since coming in for the injured Quade McKinney, who made his first start in the BCFC, and just shows the importance of quarterback play in any league, but especially here in the BCFC.
Yeah.
Huskers have a great kicker, and Carson Turner, my goodness, that one caught neatly by the Rams, number 88. That's Kalel Dizon. Dizon, I apologize.
I think it's Dizon, but Kalel here, which isn't that Superman's dad, Kalel? Or is that Superman himself? Anyways.
In the fortress of, I think a lot of these Huskers want to go to the fortress of solitude right about now.
He's playing like Superman out there. He's had some great plays tonight, and his returning is phenomenal. Always has been. I've watched him play a lot through community football and high school football as well.
I believe he was either at a university or intended to go to university, but then elected to swing over to the Rams, and I think he's having a whole lot of fun with that decision.
He's playing very well. Unfortunately, we got a guy down on the field here on the defensive side of the ball.
Out come the trainers quickly to tend to him. Johnny Cadogan also in there, making sure his teammate's okay, along with the returner, Cam Lotson. So in a moment, I think the Huskers honestly probably have the toughest schedule of any team in the BCFC to start. They started the year against the West Shore Rebels in Langford, host the Langley Rams, who I don't know if anyone knew they would be this good to start the year. And then I believe their next game is against the Okanagan Sun at the Apple Bowl.
Wow. That's going to be a rough day. And it's funny because Coach Dallas, Sean Dallas, as I was coming back up at the half, he looked at me and goes, they're young. And you can see it. You can see the skill there. You can see the desire. They just need to get that playing together down, the timing and the consistency. And you got number 51, who's been one of their best players on defense, Denzel Boy, being helped up into a sitting position here and then helped up to his feet.
The boy's been so good for the Huskers, too. He's been in on a sack.
Yeah.
I think he's assisted another sack. Now, looking ahead to August the 8th.
I got the wrong number. Sorry. 91. Ty Folk.
Ty Folk. He was injured earlier, I believe, in the game, too.
He got whapped earlier, too.
He's a long snapper, also.
Hit from behind.
So looking ahead to next week, the most interesting game, I think, it's these Langley Rams on the road in Prince George, who are taking it to the Kamloops Broncos as we speak. Broncos will be at home against the West Shore Rebels, coming off that stinging 1-point loss to the VI Raiders. Raiders have the bye week, and the Huskers play at 7 o'clock next Saturday in Kelowna, the Apple Bowl, against a Sun team coming off of a bye that suffered their first loss in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
It'll be very, very interesting. Lots of intrigue.
Well, and the Sun are a solid team. I mean, they're going to come at you hard. at any game, and they did against Langley, and they ended up losing. These Huskers are going to have to come up with a good game plan for next week.
Now, it could change significantly when Kruger went out of the game. Christos, primarily a rushing quarterback, has a lot of rushing touchdowns used on short yardage, could not mount the comeback for the Sun. So right there, that provides a little bit of intrigue, but this Sun team is so deep, and they're going to be like kicking a hornet's nest, very angry.
100%.
There is an update, and it looks like it is a final. The Prince George Kodiaks win their first of the year 65-6 at home. And you know, there were a lot of beverages imbibed in a very happy Massage Place Stadium in Prince George.
Just hazarding a guess on that one.
I love the fan base there. I wish every fan base was like the Prince George fan base.
So supportive. Such a good group of people up there.
Jet sweep for Emmanuel Brown. Flag does come, though, and you wonder if it's an illegal block as he rounded the corner.
Or a hold. Good, yeah, either or is going to be rough. We got another player down here.
And now the war of attrition begins in terms of keeping people on the field. Perhaps dipping into the backups before you were planning on it.
Yeah. It looks like it's number 9, Jaden Conant, heading off to the side there, slowly, holding on the Rams. So that's going to go back.
This Rams team, not only are they fast, they're big in the positions they want to be big. They're an imposing lot. You look at that offensive line, 66 and 67.
Yeah.
Very large bookends, and I'm sure Overstreet Jr. feels pretty secure when he's behind that line. Huskers have got to him twice in this game. They'd like to get there a few more times. They'll line up 4 up front. Push through the interior, almost got him, but it is a completion. That is Caverly with the reception.
Caverly just sits down there in the soft spot in the middle and gives his quarterback a target. He's got the pink gloves and the pink shoe tape on, so he's really standing out there.
That looks like the third reception of the day for Caverly, one of them for a touchdown. So we see the lone gunman up there on the tower shooting the game film. Quick little pass over the middle, just shy of the first down, pickup of 8 for Emmanuel Brown, and Overstreet Jr. continues to pile up the statistics. And Emmanuel Brown now, that's his 5th reception of the day. Had that 32-yarder to get things going, and since then, well, he hasn't slowed down much, and there's been a lot of love to go around. By my count, 22 completions for Overstreet Jr. in this game. He'll hand that off. God's power bulls his way ahead, and he's been very good, too. He'll pick up the first down.
Plus another 5.
Plus another 5, so about a 12-yard pickup on the ground for number 22.
God's power just runs so hard. And it's funny, you see him being tackled here. They got him up off the ground. His legs are still going. He keeps pumping those legs so hard. And if all the young guys watching at home, if you want to be a running back, learn to do that.
That's 12 carries for the first yard back, and he'll get another chance again, make it 13. And it looks like they've got this film on repeat here as he scoots ahead, and that's another first down for Tyson God's power.
Crazy.
Last
Crazy.
2
Look
have
at
been
it,
for
just
first
run.
downs.
Just drive. Oh, they almost popped the ball free there, but he held on to it. Great job.
Yeah, the Rams with a lot of building blocks for a successful season. You got an elite quarterback, you've got a game breaker at running back, and then a lot of receivers that can do some damage. pressure from the Huskers once again, and a nice reception there.
Beautiful job for Caverly one more time.
Was that Caverly or Joe? Oh, that was number 9, Caverly. You're
That
right.
was Caverly. Overstreet fakes the handoff, drops back. Everybody kind of bit on the handoff there, and Caverly was just able to fingertip that coming in. Gives a little first down point. You are right, Josh. That is the first down.
4 receptions for Caverly. By my count, about 38 yards on those 4 receptions. They'll go back to the ground again.
God's power.
Oh, and that's an angry run there. That's a Kyle Brandt angry run as he bowled over the defender.
Yeah.
He gets it all the way within the spitting distance of the goal line.
He's like, who wants this ball? I put it on the 3. Who wants this ball?
3 straight first downs for number 22.
Okay, they put him on the 4. I thought it was the 3, but look at God's power. Leaping forward. As his feet are stopped, he goes airborne.
There's a lot of good first-year backs. He might be the best of the bunch. Jackson, another good one for the Okanagan Sun. And Overstreet now holds on to it, trying to find the end zone.
And he does.
And he does. 3rd rushing touchdown of the day for Overstreet Jr. That one in from the, 3-yard line?
He takes the long way to get in the end zone and rolling all
And the Rams putting the beat down on their hosts. Not very kind guests.
No,
It's the equivalent of someone putting out some sandwiches at their home and then you smash the tray down. That's what's happening here. It's the football version.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
Thank you. I don't like tuna. Boom.
Yeah, it's just, you got a young Huskers team. You got a Rams team that has been working together, looking really good. Everything seems to be clicking for them. And on the Huskers side, just can't seem to get their feet underneath them.
So we're looking at 51 points as he clears the fence. Still 51 seconds to go in the quarter. The Rams season high is 72 points on the road in Kamloops. You have to wonder if they're going to gun for 73 points here in Chilliwack.
This ball boy is going above and beyond by climbing the fence to go get the ball. He's trying to, he's like.
But he's not climbing the large fence, which looks like it would keep out the unsavory types.
Yeah.
There, he got it.
And
he got it.
They go back up and over.
I think if you're the Huskers, the number one thing you're looking for, can we get some rhythm to our offense? Can we get something going? Can we build a little momentum going into the Apple Bowl?
Win plays. They got to get some positive plays going here so that they have something to build off of.
I mean, you look at the quality of receivers they've lost over the past couple of years, and Luke Rodriguez and Peyton Lake. Those guys were absolute ballers, and the Abbotsford receiver.
Oh, Dag Mora.
Thank you. Can't forget Dag.
No, Dag.
Something special.
Yeah, he was something else.
Lapsa. Jukes around one tackler. He won't avoid the second, then wrapped up and taken down. And the Langley fans are loving this.
Thai folks getting taken off in a golf cart too, so that's not good to see.
It's a long snapper, a backup offensive lineman. You can never have too many offensive linemen.
No, not at all.
The Huskers will go to work once again here. Grayson Crackle remains under center. Played for the Kamloops Broncos last season. Flanked by Grady Andrea, who's been a real bright spot for the Huskers tonight. And he'll take the handoff and slides around a couple of tacklers. And then Grady Andrea with the first down. A nice run there.
Oh, they call him out just short of the first down.
9 yards? Is that what we're saying?
It looks like it. It's maybe a foot, half a yard. 9.5.
7 rushes for Grady Andrea. About 61 yards in those 7 rushes, so a nice average for Grady Andrea. Of course, the bulk of them did come in that one big 38-yard rush, but nonetheless.
Yeah, he's been running well tonight. He's been running well.
Short yardage now as the Huskers look to bash it ahead.
And that they do.
Did the ball come loose, though?
Still hasn't wet yet. And a little bit of a quarterback sneak.
100%.
Quite often in Canadian football.
Was that Braden McDonald, the Wildcat?
I think so. Yes, it was.
When
They
you got
brought-
a big body like that, he just basically has to fall face first.
Yeah. Stretch his hands forward.
So I think they'll give him about 2 yards on that, just inch him ahead, and Braden McDonald
Lands
gets
right
receptions, plays on defense, and then does quarterback keeps.
It lands right on the 35, so he doesn't have. They don't have to do any math to change ends here. They just know where to go.
That'll be the end of the play. We'll say goodbye to Matt Macri. He'll be back on our next home broadcast, which won't be for a while here. It's next week. They're on the road again. I think in 2 weeks, it could be the VI Raiders. So like this
We're here.
brutal schedule continues for the Huskers.
Yeah. So
Could be the 25th. We'll have to look again. I'll look a little bit into the crystal ball a little bit later. But thank you, Matt Macri. I'll take it from here, along with our crew from For the Win Media. Huskers go to work now. It's Crackle now directly under center. And there's the handoff, and Grady Andrea weaving his way through and picks up a very hard 3 yards they'll give him on that play. 8 carries for Grady Andrea. I believe this is his 3rd year with the Huskers. Really started to be a lot more prominent last season. I know he was last year for sure. Huskers now will line up 3 to the boundary side, 2 to the far side. Andrea stays behind the quarterback in the gun. Lots of pressure from the Rams. Crackle rolls wide, finds the target just shy of the first down. Little pitch and catch there into the hands of Gurprasad Graywall. So first reception for Graywall. More importantly, the first completion for Crackle. 5 yards on that play. Little something, and the Huskers will stay out there with the offense, and why not? You're down a lot. It's 51-3 at home. Beginning of the 4th quarter, trying to draw the Rams offside, and now Crackle barks out the signals again. Throws the ball wide. He's got Braden McDonald. Does he have enough for the first down? I think he is just short. Pickup of 3 on that play. So back-to-back receptions for the Huskers and back-to-back completions for Crackle, but not enough for the first down, and the Rams will take over with 13:21 to go here in the 3rd period. If you were just tuning in, it was Overstreet Jr. He's got 3 rushing touchdowns, another one through the air. And he's out of the game as expected. New quarterback under center, number 12. He'll give the ball to the running back here. So new quarterback for the Langley Rams, getting his first taste of action this year. It is Chase Thurston. God's power with the 5-yard rush on that play. Always good when the quarterback gets his feet wet with a running play, and he completes his first pass. And a lot of Langley fans lining the fence, loving that completion to Rush Henderson. That's a 4-yard reception there. That will bring up 3rd and short. Langley Rams will remain in the gun Trying to draw the Huskers offside. Patiently waiting. 12-14 to go in the football game. Thurston handoff right up the middle. We'll see if the forward momentum gave God's power enough for the first down. And they are going to give him the first down. They'll say it was a 2-yard rush. You can see here on the replay, Thurston patiently waiting. Ball was there, and yeah, you can see he got the 2 yards, and then he was pushed back. They'll go back to God's power, and he's tripped up. They'll catch him in the backfield. A nice play there by the Huskers. Number 9, Jaden Conant, and nice to see Conant back on the field as he went off with an apparent injury, it looked like. I believe Matt was saying. So he'll lose 3 on the play. Will God's power. They're keeping him in the game. Lots of receivers in motion. 3 to the near side, and that's where Thurston will look. But that pass way over the heads of everyone, including the Huskers defenders. There were 2 defenders watching number 19, Dante Meyer. So Rams starting to roll in. A couple of the backups here and give them lots of valuable playing time. In fact, there was just under 11 minutes to go in the football game, and usually if you're a backup, you're coming in garbage time with about 2-3 minutes left, but you're getting almost a full quarter to play with, which could be very valuable later in the season when injuries occur. You've got those real-time reps. Now another long field goal attempt. This one's going to be 47 yards for Dosanjh, and he'll put it up. And that one wide, so Dosanjh will miss his first field goal. And here's the Huskers' Cole Shank playing catch me if you can. And he finally goes down to the last moment. I believe that's a Rouge. They haven't changed that rule here. So that's an extra point there, but you love the movement. Cole Shank's ever so shifty right there. Shirked off one defender, shirked off the second defender. Having a long conversation with the third, then finally says, all right, guys, I'm getting tired. I'm just going to take a knee here. Cole Shanks had 2 interceptions and assisted on a third one against the West Shore Rebels in the Week 1 loss. It's not been as active here today. Overstreet Jr. gets that ball out of his hands so quickly. And the Huskers, just Dolan Hall. Number 10 to number 14, completion for the Huskers. It is Grayson Crackle still in the game. Completes it to the Huskers. Number 14, Ethan Anderson gets his first reception of the day. And it was a good one. He picked up 7 on the play. Crackle's completed his last 3 passes. Starting to get a bit of a rhythm here now, and pressure from the Rams. He'll go long. He's got the man, he hauls it in, but he's out of bounds. Showing off that arm, looking for Cam Lopson, but he was out of bounds. So Crackle now 3 for 8. But you can see number 10 starting to feel a little bit of a rhythm, and that was a nice pass there too. With 8:50 remaining here in the football game here in the fourth quarter under the lights at Exhibition Field. So great to have you along. Langley Rams will be rolling to their 3rd win, the only undefeated team in the BCFC They brought out some backups now, and they're still going. That one out of the hands of the intended target. A good pass there by Crackle, but not hauled in by Zach Toner. I think you can lay the incompletion at the hands of the wide receiver here, as you can see Crackle calling it out, and then quickly got it out of his hands. A nice tight spiral, but also I think you could credit the defender there, number 36, Andrew Parker of the Rams. He was in there very quickly. And that is a turnover on downs, and so the Rams will go to work with Thurston, their backup quarterback. They'll clear everybody out from the backfield. He'll go long. He's got the man open. He'll head to the end zone, and it's going to be a touchdown, Rams. Thurston completes to 88, Dyson. And that is a long touchdown pass. That one come from the 40. Nice throw, beautiful spiral. But it looks like there was a penalty on the play, so he's gonna have to wait to throw his first BCFC touchdown, Will Thurston. And you know, both Dyson and Thurston very disappointed. So the ball will be pushed back to the 46-yard line of the Huskers. Once again, Thurston calls out the signals right up the middle under pressure. And a Johnny Cadogan looking for an interception, but it won't come. So Thurston officially 1 for 3, and he had a defender right in his face. And that one actually a beautifully thrown ball and dropped by the receiver. Still a big crowd on hand. Langley Rams bought a lot on the short drive from Langley to Chilliwack. Under 8 minutes to go here in the football game. Thurston checks, second check, rolls left, throws it long into double coverage, and he went to the sidelines and out of bounds as he, number 19, Dante Meyer was well covered. And I have a feeling both punters are going to get to enjoy the rest of the game from the sidelines, as both teams content to go the full 3 yards. Oh, and I spoke too soon. As Dosanjh out there to punt this one away. So perhaps the Rams content with what they have, and if they get more, great, but not going to push for more. It is Dosanjh with the low line drive, and that one will go out of bounds, so no return from Lopsa. Huskers offense, who came to life a little bit there in the third quarter with Grayson Crackle. After the starting quarterback, Quade McKinney, went out late in the second quarter. That's been the story from what we understand. Anthony Cancellaire got injured in the West Shore game. We had Kruger for the Okanagan Sun injured in their last game against the Langley Rams. And now you see McQuaid injured, at least for now, it looks like, for the Valley Huskers on that big sack. Quarterback's going down. Good to have a good backup, and now the Rams will bring lots of pressure. And almost brilliantly hauled in by number 88, Noah Avery. Lanky receiver. There was a flag thrown. We'll see who it's on. Was there early movement? And it looks like it was against the Rams, so the referees will two-step their way ahead. And the Huskers now will have 1st and 5. Crackle looking a lot more poised in his second game with the Huskers here. So we mentioned he only had about 4 days to prepare for the West Shore Rebels as a starter last game. Couple of weeks of preparation. They'll hand that ball off, and the Rams got into the backfield quickly. So the Huskers may have actually lost a yard on that, as Cleaver, the rusher on that play. Oh, pardon me, not Cleaver, Fulla. Second rush for him. Crackle, 2 to the near side, 3 to the far side. Fulla, the back, and they'll throw that out to him on the screen. And he's caught as soon as he catches it. And I think they lost about 3 yards on that. And that'll bring up third down, and they're back about 8 yards from where they were hoping to be. Trailing 52-3, 5.5 to go as the clock continues to tick on the Huskers home opener. Huskers will fall to 0-2 on the season. In Kelowna next week is Carson Turner. Sends a high soaring one there, and that one fielded at the 50-yard line of the Huskers. And then a big hit there on special teams, a nice one. Number 21 for the Huskers, Isaac Fulla, who just ran the ball and then caught the ball and then decided for the trifecta of the special teams tackle. Huskers celebrating the little moments. So Huskers on the road next game, and then I believe they're home for 2, I think, and then they're on the road again for a couple more. Then close the season out late. And that one over the middle, and that one dropped by the intended target. So Thurston officially 1 for 4, although he did throw for a touchdown that came back thanks to a penalty. Second unit in there for the Langley Rams. One of the Rams players taking a knee, though. And you have to wonder if maybe a little bit of cramping for some of these players. Monster day for the starting quarterback of the Langley Rams. Don't have the official stats, but would not be surprised if the quarterback ran for about 150 yards, 3 touchdowns. It's pretty good through the air, too. Threw for 1 touchdown. Pardon me, Ruth threw for 2 touchdowns. Over 20 completions for him before making way in the third quarter for Thurston, who's in there now. God's Power also a huge day on the ground. The Stars came out to play. Emmanuel Brown was busy late in the game too. And picked off, it's Cole Shank's 3rd interception of the year. Gives the Huskers fans a little something to cheer about. The second-year defensive back, but he's not happy with the score. His celebration was muted. You see Thurston looking over the middle, steps up in the pocket, delivers a strike. Cole Shanks leapt into the air and came down with that. And there was lots of buzz about Shank last year coming out of training camp. They said this kid, who's a local kid out of Chilliwack, is something special, and he has really stepped up. You look at the absences that they have due to graduation. Raiden Maston no longer with the team. He's playing university. Andy Ofusuheni, the BFC's all-time leading tackler. He's also at university. Nick Reiber departed for the Langley Rams, the defensive lineman, and now Crackle steps around one tackle. There is a flag. Crackle wisely slides before he's hit. I think this is going to be holding against the Langley Rams. Pardon me, holding against the Valley Huskers. Or is it? Great shot there by For the Win Media of the officials, confirming they are talking with the Langley Rams. That generally indicates that the penalty is against the Valley Huskers. There you go, holding against the Huskers. Still first down, but they'll march the ball back. More yards. Now the Huskers deep inside their territory. .345 remaining in the fourth quarter. Krakow, lots of players in motion. That one, a nice pass and catch, but unfortunately I think the Huskers were offside, and I've got bad eyesight and even I picked that off as they were on the far side. Once again, just amazed by the amount of fans that have hung around to watch this. A lot of them that have emptied out of the stands have actually gone down to the fence to get a closer look of the action. So there are a lot of storylines to follow. One of the biggest storylines is the amount of penalties that the Huskers have had today. Rams have had a lot too, but the Huskers have put them to shame. They got to be close to 20 penalties against. That is no recipe for winning a close game, let alone a blowout. So lots to work on, I'm sure, as Coach Bob Reist back on the sidelines. Next game against Okanagan will have a lot to say to his team. Huskers now deep in their own zone. Krakow throws that wide. He's got the intended target. He finds him, shirks off a couple of defenders. The big man there with a nice reception. Number 88, Noah Avery. Krakow completes that. And we have the 3-minute warning. So they'll pick up about 6 on that play. Fifth completion for Krakow on 11 attempts. The Huskers will push 3 out to the far side. Avery remains to the boundary side, one of 2 receivers. It is Fulla in the backfield. Krakow steps back and looks, pressure from the Rams. Krakow on his feet, nice play by the second-year pivot. Almost back to the original line of scrimmage. But it was not enough for the first down. Got about another 5 on that, so he's got 2 rushes for 10 yards, but it'll be the Huskers looking to punt this one. I tell you what, if I'm the Huskers, I go for a trick play here, because if the Rams score again, oh well, but you get that, you get a little bit of spark, a little bit of life into the boys. We'll see. Right now, Carson Turner, he's going to go back, and there will be no trick play. There will be a safety, though. So another 2 points. Rams still a fair ways away from the 72 they piled up in Kamloops against the Broncos. Remember, this is also a team that put up 32 against the Okanagan Sun, the 2-time Cullen Cup champions, the defending champs. Big year for the BCFC because the winning team will host the national championship. Langley Rams have their sights set on that. And if memory serves me correct, the last time a BCFC team won the national championship, it was in Langley, I think in 2018. Back when a young man by the name of Javon Katoy, who plies his trade for the BC Lions, was the large receiver for the Rams and that Corey Philpott offense. Thurston now senses the pressure. Boy, he's got a good arm. He's got a wide open man. Emmanuel Brown slips around the tackle. And then finally he's hog-tied and taken down. But it is an embarrassment of riches for the Rams as their backup quarterback comes in. and slings that one down about 30 yards to Emmanuel Brown, who remains in the game. For Emmanuel Brown, that is reception number 6 for him. So Thurston officially 2 for 5. And he'll stay in there. Ball at about the 33-yard line. There's the give. And number 15 for the Langley Rams. Claywer gets his first positive yardage there. He was held to no pickup on his only other carry, and he got 7 on that play. Maybe 8. Time winding down, under 2 minutes to go. Rams looking to punch it in the end zone one more time and put up a 60 spot on the Huskers. Thurston rolls out left, overthrows the intended target. He was looking for number 33 on that play, and that's Thomas Wiggins. But he'll be denied on that play. So Thurston 2 for 6. That one throw to Emmanuel Brown, though, was something else. And a beautiful pass on the one that was called back, too. So he's shown if they need someone to turn to, should something happen to Overstreet Jr., well, he could be more than capable. Little misdirection. The Huskers were not fooled, though. As Clywer taken down, he'll lose about 2 on that rush. Was that Carson McQuigg, I believe, in on the tackle. It was the only 2 90s are Carson McQuigg, 92, and Dion Fitzgerald, 99. One of those 2, I only caught the first number. But they did a great job of penetrating and getting back there. Time winding down for the Valley Huskers, who, like a number of teams, are rebuilding. Juniors football, very cyclical. And that one almost picked up. Boy, good play there by the Huskers. 83. That's Caden Harder, who had to play defensive back. And you see, Crackle threw that a little wide. And waiting there was 24, Luis Villemin. But thankfully, the Huskers receiver was a pretty darn good defensive back. So here we go, second down for the Huskers. Looking to get into the end zone for the very first time in this season. They're 2 games in now. They'll hand that one off. Rams defense want nothing to do with that, though, and that is a rush this time by McCune. His first carry of the day. There is a couple of flags, though, on the field. 1:05 to go. We'll see who the penalty is against there. It looks like they're talking to the Rams again. It could be a hold against the Huskers. Oh, no, they're marching against the Rams, so it must have been offside. Oh, actually, no, it looks like it's a big penalty. It could be a 15-yarder. Boy, referee getting in his steps there. So the ball now spotted at the 38-yard line. Yeah, with 1:05 to go, you have to wonder, do you send the house soon? Do you try to get the first touchdown of the year for the Huskers? Do you go deep? Only time's going to answer that question now is Crackle. They'll line up 3 receivers near side this time, 2 far side. Lots of motion. They'll throw that to the wide side, and that one complete, and he's still on his feet. Nice pitch and catch. They forgot to start the game clock. Everyone putting in a little extra time here. Nice reception there, number 3 for the Valley Huskers. That's Hassan Kangura. For Kangara, that's his first reception of the day. And he gets the first down. Oh, pardon me, just shy of the first down. It's a 9-yard reception. Wiggled his way ahead, and Crackle again with pressure. Throws it wide into the sure hands of the receiver. And he'll barrel ahead and head out of bounds. The clock will stop. Number 19 that time, that's Meyer for the Rams. I had the wrong game sheet. That's Gurprasad Grewal with the reception. He'll pick up the first down. A nice one here. Gets about 4 yards on that play. That's his third reception of the day. He's got about 14 yards. Back-to-back completions for Crackle, and in fact, he's completed 4 of his last 5. Drops back with pressure from the Rams, goes long. He's got the man open, he's got it. Plowing ahead, time winds down. That is the last play of the game. A positive one, though, for the Huskers, and once again, it was number 19, Grewal, with another reception. And a good one there, went for about 11 yards. All is said and done, though, the most important stat is on that scoreboard, and the Langley Rams deliver a gut punch to the Huskers, 54-3. They started early, they scored often, and they kept their foot on the pedal until the fourth quarter. Not much else to say in this game. It was Overstreet Jr., it was God's power. A couple of bright spots for the Huskers were Cole Shanks with the interception, a couple of sacks for the Huskers, and Grady Andrea looked good, but in the end, they couldn't deliver. And the Huskers will go back to the drawing board and prepare for a game in Kelowna next week. Well, for Robbie Snooks, our producer, and the For the Win Media, Teo and the gang, thanks for the great visuals once again for Matt Macri, our color man who is on the road heading back camping. I'm Warren Andrews saying thanks for tuning in to BCFC TV, and we'll see you again. Have a great weekend.